Hi, Salation Nation. This is the Social Distancing Social Club, and it is Fuck It Fan Fridays. I'm Ben. Yeah, woo!
Very convincing.
Thank you very much. I'm one of your hosts, and we're about to introduce you to another one of the. Come here, just come up. Just don't bite me on the crotch. Just all right.
Oh, you get a friend over?
I do have a friend over. Yeah. When
Maybe it's how you talk to Carmel that keeps her from. Doesn't
Ladies and gentlemen, the second leg of the four-legged tripod that makes up the quarantine. Please welcome Steve Hofstetter.
Hello, Ben, and I want to say I'm very, very sorry for almost biting you. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support the show, please do so. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You could PayPal at sdscshow.com. Of course, you can super chat on the YouTube. Throw in those Facebook stars. As always, we appreciate the Venmos and the PayPals the most because YouTube takes a ridiculous amount of money from super chats. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, our third host, please welcome Mr. Chris Bauer.
Oh, wow.
What's up, everybody? Oh my gosh, big day for America. I'm excited. I'm gonna talk about a lot of stuff. Good time. Oh man, Ben, I imagine when you host a show for like shy comedians, that's what it sounds like too. And you're like, just get up here. Just get up here right now. What are you doing? And they
Don't bite me. Get up here.
Get up here. Quit doing that. You're on. Let's go. Anyway, Queen Rachel's here. Queen, how you doing?
Queen.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Hello, Rach.
Happy Friday.
Rachel's very zen today.
Yeah. Where are you at?
Yeah.
Is this still your
I'm in
Malibu
Mexico.
cool apartment? Oh, you're
Oh.
in Mexico.
hmm
Are you
The numbers in LA frightened me, and so I decided to run away indefinitely.
nice?
We're allowed to go to Mexico now?
And everything else.
Are you? Did you take a bunch of
You've been
Valium for the
allowed.
flight? You're a little subdued, Rachel.
No, I'm not
Like,
feeling great
hey
today.
man, how's it going, everybody?
We introduce Rachel, and she just goes, "Hey."
You just say you're not feeling great, or you're just chilled out for vacation?
No, I'm just not. I'm cramping today, Ben. God damn it.
Oh,
Read the
you son of a
room.
bitch, Ben. God damn it. Just let her be.
Have a big test
With
tomorrow,
some
or what?
chocolate.
You're cramping.
That's called cramming, Ben. That's not what
Oh.
she's doing.
Wow, Rachel just shut her camera off. That was great.
On account of all that cramming she's doing.
All right, Bowers, we had an overnight game. What happened?
We did. I forgot how the show works. We had an overnight game. There was no overnight game because someone was defeated by a zombie. I don't really know what happened, but so why was there an overnight game zombie related? And Renee H said another Chris 2 say that he was searching for brains at the Capitol building the other day but couldn't find any, which I thought made sense. And that's the
Nicely done. All right. Speaking of that, today's game is, news related. I think everybody knows exactly what has been happening in the world. And so today's game is what else can't Trump supporters not accept? So some examples, that Captain Crunch berries aren't actual berries. Or that the Atlanta Falcons...
Wait. What the fuck are you talking about? No, this is
Oh,
stuff
fuck.
that's not
Oh,
real. You
hold
can't use examples that fucking
what a
disprove the
berry
game,
is.
dude.
Yeah,
how this
or another
works.
example, they can't accept that votes can ever be properly tabulated on account of numbers are a challenge.
Yes. And some other things. They can't accept that the Atlanta Falcons lost a 28-3 lead, or they can't accept science. So however you want to play the game, the idea is what else can't Trump supporters accept? The way you play the game is you comment on any of our feeds, our Twitch, our Twitter, our YouTube, or our Facebook. But if you want yours to count toward the prize at the end of the show, as well as have a much better chance of being read on the air, make sure that you tip at least $5. Super Chat, Venmo, PayPal, any of that stuff, and we'll read those at the end of the show.
That is true, and before I introduce the video front row, I would just like to make one small point. We're not going to talk about any serious politics here today. Hopefully you've gotten your fill of that watching the news and just screaming into the void. But let me just make this point. Currently, Trump is still president. Biden is the president-elect and has a lot of sway over this shit. And this shit's still going wild. who ran for president who's not in power right now that could have maybe stopped all this shit? Hello? Hello?
Ben is right. Nothing serious about politics, clearly. So,
I will say that when I was watching all this the other day, I thought to myself, fuck, if only Ben was president.
guys, I do actually have some surprise plans that we are going to talk a little bit of politics, but introduce the front row first.
Well, before we get to the front row, real quick, we have a couple new patrons on the Patreon. Stephanie Ibanez is now at the Isolation Nation level. So is Jack Dostal. I think I said Gina Bina last time, but she's also there along with Carrie Dodd. But Ann Herman, my mother, joined at the Chris Bowers level just so she could make me eat vegetables, which I think this is all gone terribly, terribly wrong. It was fun and games till now. I've been in this vegetable battle with my mother my whole life, and now next Friday she's coming on the show in the front row to make me eat vegetables, and she's also going to do Two Truths and a Lie about me. So that's an interesting thing that happened
Incredible.
this
That's
week.
the best thing I've ever heard. And also, you were definitely very high in the last episode because you already announced that last time too. But that's incredible.
Well, then I was super high last time, and I didn't mean to. Again, it was not. I didn't take. I would never get high before the show anymore. But it was an accident. So there we go.
And by the way, just two last thoughts looking at you, Bowers, before we get to the front row is if you had dressed like this, you would have been my press secretary. It would have been an instant hire.
Oh, I dressed like this. You just never went with me to the Indy 500. So.
Secondly, one of the funniest things ever, Ken Garr, favorite of our show here, who was the treasurer of my campaign, waited until 12:56 a.m., the exact moment that he finally certified that Biden won, and I get a text from him that goes, "Well, it's official, you lost."
I would have sent that text, but I never paid attention to Ben's campaign, so...
Steve did send me that text 2 weeks into working. So there's that. Video front row, please turn on your cameras. Lend us your adorable faces. It is time for your introduction. We are joined by Chris LaBelle and his black cat, Caddy LaBelle.
Oh my God.
We are joined by Cat. Hello, Cat.
No, we gotta laugh at Caddy LaBelle for a while. That's so funny.
Oh man, we are joined by Cass. Hello, Mama Cass. Great to have you here. We are joined by Lady E. Corbin with the heat dish at her back and wind at her sails. We've got Jennifer Story with the new American flag. For at least the next 2 weeks.
That's the best Trump's ever looked.
Yep. That's after Trump bites into a lemon. We've got Frank Berman here joining us. Frank to Electric Boogaloo. We've got Jason Bolish here to abolish all hatred in this country and just drink it up.
Got that right.
What's that?
He said yes.
Got that right. It's just agreeing with you.
Thank you very much for doing that. I appreciate it. What if I got really angry and started hating you because of that? We've got LJ Mutts and stuff joining us here. You hear that, Carmel? We've got Tina from New Zealand joining us today. Hello, Tina. We've got Shannon Burke. Beware of chickens. Solid warning. We all know that. We've got Brad Clark. Catch him if you can. We've got Jan Skittles Johnson Trubelfruber. We've got Anna Hood. We've got Frankie Angles. Just looking at the wrong angle this time. It's not the camera's fault. It's Frank's fault. Frankie Angles doing his best Sean Ehrlich impression today. Sean set. What is this exact setup? We've got Allison Deming joining us today. She's, of course, sister of Kat Deming from Two Broke Girls. We've got, everyone knows it, it's time the truth came out. We've got Bill Thompson coming to us roughly from the corner of that cabin in the background distance, the corner of the teepee top. We've got Savannah Martin, who's just graduated. Savannah Martin graduates. She's here with us today.
With the Nicolas Cage. So, by the way, Ben...
Oh my God, Savannah.
And also, and not to distract from the glorious Nicolas Cage sweatsuit there, but did you just say the teepee top when you meant roof?
No, teepee top. He meant
Savannah, I love your jumper.
Okay, let's go back to the Nick Cage thing.
Get to the top of
Sorry.
the
Love your jumper so much, and let me just say, if you ever met Nicolas Cage in person and he saw that, he would definitely look at you deep in the eyes and go, "Let's go."
By the way, I do think it's curious that Savannah's wearing that Nick Cage thing right after people stormed the Capitol. Was Nick Cage there looking for any?
Nick Cage, I think Savannah has something to say about that. I'll let you say it.
I was just gonna say this came that day, and I was so sad because everyone ruined the glorious gift I got. Martin post about it.
And Nicolas Cage actually tweeted, Tam posted this, actually tweeted, what?
No,
That wasn't really
it
Nicolas
didn't
Cage.
happen. It was a joke.
Oh,
He spelled Nicholas wrong, which has made Savannah angry for several days.
oh, damn it. Well, a fake Nicolas Cage tweeted, "No, I didn't stage a coup to try to steal the Declaration of Independence."
Oh, have we checked on it? We're not completely
Oh.
sure it's still there.
I mean, that's what someone would say if they did stage that coup, but I'm not gonna say it's him.
Yep, that's correct. That's correct. We are also joined, our friends, by Lindsey Brown's here with us. Lindsey Brown, take out the B and it's Lindsey B. Brown. You know what I mean? No.
No.
No, I still don't.
Oh, she'd be round and shit. Lindsay, she'd be round. I
We
get
got
what you're
Anna Hood here. We got Anna Hood here with us. Hello, Anna. And we have got Adler, phone on hip. When you dip, we dip, we dip.
All right. Do we have the entire front row right now?
doing. Everybody, are we in?
All right. Well, I also have someone to introduce. I have a special surprise guest that none of the hosts know is going to be here. You might know her as an actress. You might know her as an activist. Ladies and gentlemen, Jodie Sweetin is joining us. Everybody, Jodie Sweetin.
Ooh.
Hey, wow.
Hello, Jody.
Unmute. Oh, there we go. Hi, you guys.
How
How
you
are ya?
doing?
Hello. So, what's going on?
That's a great shirt, first of all. It's not black versus white, it's everyone versus racist. I agree with
Yeah.
that sentiment. Nice.
Yeah, fuck racists.
I would,
But also don't
That's
fuck
how you
racists.
make more racist.
Right.
You don't want to fuck them.
Anyone
Say it, but a lot of
black,
racists. I would not
white, or
fuck any
Indian.
racist. That should be the rule.
Right. Don't actually fuck racists.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
but-
Unfortunately, racism is a dominant gene. So if you fuck a racist, it becomes a racist.
Right. And most of them wear mom jeans. It's a weird combo.
Mominant gene.
Yeah, they do. They like the high waisted, wide
Faded.
ass
Yep.
jean.
Yep,
Mhm.
faded, high-waisted, wide-ass jeans. That's
Yeah.
their
Yeah,
look.
I saw a shocking amount of like hiking boots yesterday too. Like those like the brown ones that you see. Yeah, like so many of those.
Yeah,
I
but
was
not
like,
even real Timberlands. Like they were all like Mimberlands.
No.
Like it was
well,
all.
I mean, like, Timberlands,
Yeah.
you know.
But
I
New
think
Balance,
if
New
we-
Balance makes a really good hiking boot. I don't know if you guys know that. The New Balance is
What we
really
should do
solid.
is just pay for tooth implants, dental implants for racists because
You guys, did you see the guy with I was like, first of all, I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, what the? Well, wait, I like zoomed in on that shit because it was like he had to have intentionally been like, you know what? I want to just pull these ones out as far as I can. He looked like an upside down snake.
Was it like Predator? Was he like Predator with the two teeth that came out like the Predator?
Those two teeth looked like the
Those
tool he
fangs.
used to pull the other teeth out.
Right.
you would think once you lose a tooth one time opening a beer bottle with your teeth, you don't do not keep
Well,
doing
no,
it.
then that's what he did. Is he
Okay,
just sharpened
okay.
the rest, knocked these out so that it was a more effective. It's just easy to pop them right out of there.
True.
Yeah, then you don't gotta worry.
Now
about
open a Snapple bottle with them, not realizing they are twist off.
it. Right. Well, I think that may be how he wound up there.
Well, look, I'm going to say this, guys. I've been excited for a couple days because the worst thing I thought could happen happened, and then they didn't do anything. They just wandered around
Yeah.
like they just stormed a football field when they lost the game, and they didn't do shit. Did you see the people walking between the velvet ropes? I mean, what the, you and you're still
Oh, God.
like.
They was like, oh, they were on a tour. Hey, Mom, look at it. I'm in the Capitol committing federal crimes. You know?
I like to think that the people in between the ropes are like, all right, don't fuck with the statues. We made a big deal about fucking statues. If we fuck with the statues, they're gonna yell at us.
Yes. The lines, guys. When you bust in the Capitol, stay between the ropes. We don't want people going off and getting crazy.
Yeah, well, what happened was they saw the Lincoln statue and they're like, we should take that down. He was good for black people. We should take that statue down.
Right, yeah.
Well,
It was wild.
Well, they didn't actually know who it was. They couldn't identify him if they were standing in front of him with a fucking plaque, but yeah.
There was a great 3-tweet story that Patton Oswalt posted. It was this it was the father of the guy that posed up on the statue put a flag in the statue, and he goes, "That's my son. I've never been so proud in my life." Next tweet is, "Why is the FBI contacting me?" Because this user does not exist.
I was and the hilarious part of them saying that, like, it's Antifa. I'm like, I don't know anyone on the left who ever dresses in black who's like, you know what I'm gonna do? Show my whole face. I'm gonna show my whole face while I'm committing a federal crime.
Right.
Well,
Right.
and like I said,
I just think of this meme. That like I think of that.
But I just love that for these cosplayer idiots that have been fucking being militias in the woods for 15 years, they finally did it. They stormed the Capitol and they got in, and then they just took selfies like we would. They're not any scarier than us. They're just as full of shit. This is all for their fucking Instagram or their fucking Parlor account. This isn't real.
By the way,
Pelosi was in the building. Pelosi was in the building. If you want to kill her, go fucking kill her. You didn't. Shut the fuck up.
There was a man dressed like an extra from a Bud Light commercial, sitting in the main chair of the fucking house. Like,
Yeah. That was one of the funnier
just
memes
like,
that I
oh
saw.
My God, this is the worst Super Bowl commercial ever.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, there was literally. I saw a very funny meme that said, 2020. People said 2020 was the worst, and then 6 days into 2021, there's a guy with animal pelts in Speaker Pelosi's chair in the.
My favorite one.
I just literally was like, oh, okay, so this is gonna be all right, cool. So we're going real down real fast.
Yeah, I will say that in high school we had a class trip to like the Philadelphia Science Museum, and for some reason a lot of people decided to like rob the gift shop from my high school, and they did more damage than these idiots.
Well, but did you hear though they like smeared shit all over the walls and stuff too? Like they.
Oh yeah, they walked in there. Oh, you're saying other? Okay, sorry. Yeah.
They had to brace themselves on the way up the stairs. They had to have shit on their hands. That wasn't a plan. That was an accident. I'm just.
And also, they were all chanting aggressively when they were in there. This is our house. So now you know what their house is like. It's just shit on the wall.
Right.
But I guess my point is these guys are all bark. We know that now. I don't think that, I mean, like literally they had their Super Bowl Sunday and they didn't do anything. They just wanted, my point, like if they weren't going to do it now, they're just all talk and bluster. So shut the fuck up and yell in your echo chamber, and I don't care anymore. The only reason I cared what they thought was because I was afraid they might actually do something. And now that we know they won't, because they have shit to lose too, right? Now we do need to discipline these fucking people. They do need to go to jail. And to be honest, you realize that if someone dies while you're committing a felony, that's capital murder. That's murder one. Every single person in the state, in the legislature, in the House could be charged with murder one because people died in the most hilarious ways ever. And I am so excited those people died. It's so goddamn funny to me. And I don't care if you guys are mad at me. But the lady getting shot in her throat, I've never been more happy for someone to get shot in the throat in my whole fucking life. She was screaming on Twitter and they shot in her fucking throat. And I did a slow clap in my apartment as I watched her bleed out on the fucking floor. It's amazing. Got shot in real fucking time. It was like, bring it, you dumb bitch. Bam, in the neck.
you guys-
Her shit from. Oh, it was amazing.
Did you guys hear about the lady with the "Don't Tread on Me"
Yes.
flag that got trampled to death?
Yep.
You know that while it was happening, she was just like, while it was happening, it was just like, but the flag? What about my flag?
Right. Be my flag. Right.
No, actually, what's interesting is the
Horrific way to
rioters.
die, trampled by your own stupidity.
Well,
Oh,
what's
yeah,
crazy is the rioters moved the flag out of the way because they didn't tread on the flag because these people really like flags. I don't know this about flags, but these
Should've had
motherfuckers
the
love
shirt.
Violate
flags.
every flag code code ever. They wrap it around their fucking shoulders like they're, you know,
Yeah.
Superman when they were 3 years old with a fucking towel. I mean, come on.
Yeah, people that say you shouldn't desecrate the flag wearing American flag Speedos, their
Couldn't-
balls are pressed against the stars.
They couldn't tell you the flag code if it slapped them in the face.
Well, yeah, it has words.
Well,
But so you had the idiot that fell off the scaffolding. You had the lady that got trampled while wearing flying the Don't Tread Me flag. You had the lady that got shot in her throat. But my favorite was the guy that put his taser down his pants to take a picture off the wall, tasered himself in the balls, and died of a heart attack. Are you fucking serious? Come on.
That's the thing is, I'm like, you guys are just not prepared. Like you said, they walked in, I was like, okay, but now what? Like,
I
what,
honestly-
now you're there.
I truly don't think they thought they were going to get that far. I thought they
didn't. They really didn't.
They want someone to scream at. They want someone to be mad at. It's kind of like, you ever see a dog catch a car? He's very confused. That's what just happened, right? So it's like a couple weeks ago, did you see the guy?
Yeah, they're usually under the tire when that happens.
Right? But I mean, I've seen when it stopped and he caught it. He was like, oh, fuck, I didn't want to catch this.
Yeah.
And he ran away. So that's what happened. I mean, especially like a couple weeks ago, there was that guy that was at the COVID thing in Arizona and he became a meme. He like had the beer gut and the sleeveless shirt and he was screaming. But he was screaming, hoping someone would tackle him, and they didn't, so he just, like, left. And so these people were hoping to get tackled, so they have a story for their parlor about how they tried to fight the system and couldn't, and then they were like, oh, we're not supposed to fucking be in here. Holy shit, this is bad. We're all in big fucking trouble, guys. We shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, did you see, I don't know if you saw the footage of the Trump family watching it play out while they were playing Gloria, and Donald Trump Jr. has this big shit-eating grin on his face, and I realized why. It's because Donald Trump said "I love you" was the first time you heard him say that, and so
It's like, I don't know who wrote that speech because obviously
Yeah.
not.
Wait, but I didn't understand that one that keeps getting passed around. What you see on the screens in the background was the pre.
Yeah, this was not.
Right.
Or they went out for the
It was not. Yeah. It was
No. There,
It
you
was
you
no
actually
speech.
see. There's actually part of it where you can see it already started. Like
It
it had
started.
already started. The medical. You see one shot where the ambulance and the medics are coming. Like it was already
Well,
bad.
I was watching on an activist friend of mine's site here in LA. He was live streaming an iPad with about 6 different live streams from the front lines of like different right-wing groups or whatever. And there were a couple like just independent reporters there too, but they were up at the front. I was watching that on my phone as they're certifying Arizona. I watched them on my phone break in and start pouring in, and I'm watching video inside the Capitol and watching the floor, and I'm like, they don't know.
Wow.
They don't know yet.
Yeah.
It was like that weird few minutes when they broke in, but they hadn't escorted them out yet. And I was like, oh my God, what the fuck is this? It was insane. It was crazy to watch.
It was wild. And also, there's no more obvious. I mean, obviously, the cops were at the very least complicit. A lot of them, not all of them, but the Capitol Police were very complicit in it. They opened the gates to let them in. I was, just a year ago, I was arrested on those Capitol steps for an act of civil disobedience during the campaign when we were protesting corruption in our government. We told the cops that we were going to come up there and sit in peacefully and not move until we were arrested if they wanted to arrest us. And they still had like 25 heavily armed guards with guns standing there giving us warnings on loudspeakers. There was none of that. It was
This is not-
planned.
Now, that,
Yeah,
to
it
be
wa-
fair,
it
Ben,
was-
I do that same thing when you come to my apartment. Like, if you say you're coming over, you can tear some shit up, and we know that. So we've seen.
Well,
50
right.
videos
I
of
mean,
you in
I've heard
Mexico.
every time he comes over, he just smears shit all over your walls, which is really becoming
Oh, that's
problematic.
already there, but I appreciate the helping.
I rub vegetables on everything. It's about right.
He just lights celery on fire and walks around like it's sage.
So Jody, I do have a couple questions for you about, you being a public figure and also being an activist. But before we do that, real quick, Rachel, do you want to catch us up? Do we have anything coming in?
Yes, we do. We have a ton of stuff coming in. So we had Rochelle Austin tip the show $50 and said, for saying everything that I'm feeling right now.
Thank you much.
Nice.
We had Nicole Byrne tip the show and said she won't be able to watch today, but from the bottom of her heart, thank you for all that you do. Your comedy and commentary has kept me sane this week. Thank you guys for being decent human beings. Be well. So thanks, Nicole. Z Bunster tipped for Bauer's jacket.
That's worthy. I mean, that's really worthy of a tip.
We had, who else? Samuel Carr, $5. Steve, I think for your tweet, continue to boycott books.
Oh, thank you.
Was that-
That was that was when Josh Hawley lost his book deal. I said that his fans were going to continue their lifelong boycott of books.
Books. Yes, exactly.
We also had some Venmos come in. Bunce tipped the show and said, congratulations, Savannah.
Wait, Rachel, you're
So, congrats. And then
Rachel?
Z Bunster tips the show and said, congratulations,
got that.
Savannah.
Are we?
Okay. and
Is
then-
Rachel breaking up a little bit, or is
Huh?
everyone?
Just Rachel.
Okay.
What are we congratulating Savannah on the jumpsuit?
Her sweatsuit.
Yeah, I think so.
And also because you said she graduated and people didn't get
Yeah,
the
I was
joke.
like, didn't you say she graduated?
Nobody gets the
Oh,
joke,
yeah.
and Ben does it every time.
I do it. I retired it for about 6 months and I brought it back. It's a reference to the original Beverly Hills 90210 when they had the big thing, Donna Martin graduates.
Yeah, you know, before Savannah was born. That one.
Yeah, I never
Savannah
watched
Martin
90210.
Oh, I didn't know that's what you were doing. I thought. Okay.
I didn't watch.
You didn't watch that, really?
No, I'm a weird TV watcher. I prefer very dark, murderous things. So, like, I tried to watch Bridgerton and I was like, and then I turned on Last Kingdom and I was like, yes, Saxons and Danes beating the shit out of each other. I'm in. So, you know,
Yeah, she actually fast forwarded.
was a little not murdery enough for me. So,
Yeah, in Game of Thrones, she only fast forwarded to the gore.
yeah, exactly. Well,
So
and the
Jo-
sex. I mean,
So
and-
Jody, I wanted to talk to you about this because you are more of a public figure than Ben or I, and we certainly deal with the kind of the blowback of being very political, very openly political. Ben, are you grimacing at the fact that I said Jody's more famous than you?
Oh, no, I was trying to get chicken out of my teeth. Trying to get chicken out of my teeth. I've been eating chicken.
She is so much more famous than you are, Ben. You have no.
I just have chicken. It's just chicken.
I didn't want to say it. Because I'm dropping thousands of followers a day, so pretty soon I will be completely,
It'll be
irrelevant.
like Ben. We get it. Yeah.
It's okay.
I like,
Now I'm
like
grimacing.
Jody is like, I lose more followers than you have.
I lose more followers for breakfast than you've ever had, right wing.
Do you lose followers for breakfast?
So the question that I have,
It's really filling, though. It's really filling.
the question that I have.
Very regular.
Before we let Steve get to his question, do you think it's possible, Jody, that these
I'm sorry,
people...
I grew up with Bob Saget. It's very hard. I can't stop.
Is it possible that these people stormed the Capitol building just because they were trying to get into the House chamber to make it a fuller house? Give me your response.
Could be it. That could be it.
And
But
I
you know
think
what
we
have to
just
say about
figured
it?
out. I think we just figured out why Jody's more famous than Ben. So anyway, Jody, wait. Taylor just put Ben up on
I
screen,
mean,
so he just
Ben's
has to
got
sit
bigger
in that.
boobs than I do.
Jody's trying to say something. What?
Jody, how many television shows did you have in college? That's my question. Because Ben had 2. So before we talk about who's
Yeah,
more
no.
famous than
It's,
who,
look, I bow down. I bow down to Ben. Ben is
Thank you very much.
More famous. Ooh, I feel bigger now. No.
All right, so Jody, my question for you is, and and some of the work that you've done certainly has an appeal to that that middle American base that that cheers on activities like this. Have you ever feared that, oh, I'm going to lose followers, or right from the beginning you were just like, fuck this, I'm going to say what I believe?
Here's sort of the evolution for my social media bullshit. I've always been personally very involved. I haven't been, out in the streets for the past couple years, but I've definitely, I go to all the Women's March. I take my kids to protests. I go to the border marches, all that kind of stuff. Like, I show up. I'm very political in my private life, and that's always been the case. I would wear a shirt like this every Friday to work. That was my, statement shirt Friday, so I could inspire conversation on set with different people about what was going on. And out of respect for my fellow castmates and for what the show was. While the show was in production, I tried to be respectful of that. I didn't hide who I was. By no means did I not say I'm a, flaming leftist, but but I wasn't quite.
They are trying to set us on fire.
I mean, okay, burn the witches, I guess. But I out of respect for the show and what it was, I did try to stay a little more neutral on things. But when I first, and I had posted like fuck Trump stuff for a while. I was like, this is from the beginning, from him running. I was like, this is gonna end in a garbage fire of unseen proportion. And so I'd always post about that, but the Christine Blasey Ford thing really affected me, as a survivor of sexual assault and something that I'd never talked about publicly. I put a post up and I talked a lot about it and that, how much I hated Trump. But that was when I made the choice in that moment because I knew commenting in support of her would immediately be a line, for particular followers. And then once I did that, I was like, fuck this. Like I always say I would rather go to sleep and lay my head on the pillow at night knowing that I was a good human than worry about how many followers I have on bullshit social media. I love social media. It's fun. I occupy way too much of my day with it. It's been informative and all this stuff, but it can be toxic, but for me, humanity is way more important. I mean, I go out to a lot of actions and do a lot of things where I don't post about it because, I don't need to. So it's just funny when people are like, oh, you're suddenly jumping on the bandwagon. I'm like, no, I just finally decided that like, I don't really care if you like me or not. I
That's
like
awesome.
me.
I
So,
wonder.
bravo.
I wonder what it's like for Bowers to know that whether you're a good person or a bad person that day, it doesn't affect your social media following at all.
Yes, I haven't remembered going to bed in a couple years. So.
Yeah, and
He
Ben
actually
is
bought-
like,
When I lay
Ben-
down my head on the pillow, it's more like, oh, thank God we fucking made it. That's how I lay my head down on the pillow.
and
John.
meanwhile, Ben is like, look, when it comes down to it, at the end of the afternoon when you go to bed,
That is true. Or Jody doesn't know. I'm just going to bed for the first time at that point. I don't sleep early like an old man. I'm still up.
yeah, got it.
yeah, it's
You're
Ben,
like
it's
a-
because
like
Ben
a-
is
like
very,
a-
very famous, Jody. You see, Ben is extremely famous.
I just had chicken in my teeth.
Is that what people do? They stay up late all night and then sleep later because
That's what a lot of the big
because they're
famous
so
people do.
famous that they're just. who
Well,
needs a
Jody, they
schedule?
can't be up at normal hours because if they go out at normal hours, he'll be.
Oh God, I mean, it would be a mess. Ben,
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Ben's like a raccoon. Ben's like a raccoon. He's nocturnal and goes through the garbage. That's how we know.
And I have circles around my eyes.
May or may not have rabies. We're not sure.
What do you think of these circles? I guess I've kind of lit them away, but I usually have terrible circles under my eyes. Point being, that's just
Are you suggesting that raccoons are just tired? Is that what you're saying? Like if we got raccoons a full night of sleep, those rings would go away? Is that what you're saying to me?
that or they're trying to steal hamburgers. One of the two.
Or maybe the Hamburglar's dressed up as a raccoon. Did you ever think about that?
Oh, that's
I
interesting.
mean, let's fucking
Maybe the
twist some shit around.
hamburger. Maybe the hamburger
I heard that
sticks
on
raccoons
Twitter.
in a hamburger suit on top of each other's shoulders. We ever thought about that?
Interesting. Jody's making kind of a nature over nurture argument, and then Bowers making kind of a like very philosophical. Maybe it's just all raccoons all the way down.
I didn't sign up for philosophy, guys, so I don't
I don't
know.
trust those shady fuckers. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Hey guys, I don't know if this is true, but I think it is. Our YouTube is blowing up with comments right now saying that Trump's Twitter has been permanently banned.
I pray. Oh my God, I pray.
Oh yeah.
Be nice.
Like it's blowing up with these comments.
Yeah,
that's
holy shit.
amazing.
Oh, by the way,
Yay.
The best term I heard, somebody said, "Oh, it wasn't Antifa, it was Clan Tifa," and I thought that was perfect.
Yeah.
That's great.
The Al-Qaeda's a good one too.
Yeah,
I like Vanilla Isis also.
Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Isis is very good.
Jody, my favorite one is that when they went, it was a yihad. That's my favorite one I've heard.
Oh, Jesus.
The problem, though, the only problem with banning Trump permanently from Twitter, even though he definitely deserves it, is whenever he wants to say something angry now, he's just going to release 280 actual characters in the streets.
Oh my God! Holy
Like
shit! That's
characters
what it
like
was.
from movies, right? Like Batman and like, you know,
Yes,
like
yes.
Ben,
little
have you,
characters.
Hollywood
Ben, have you
Boulevard
made that joke
exploded.
that the Capitol was 280 characters?
I have not. That's funny though.
Also, by the way, more news. Apple has given Parler a 24-hour warning that they need to put in strict moderation, or they're going to be taken out of the App Store.
Who has Apple? Nice.
Yeah.
Parlor.
Oh, Parlor is, dude, reading shit on Parlor is insane. I follow Parlor Takes on
Yeah.
Instagram, and oh my God, like I read that and I'm just like, oh boy.
Yeah, meanwhile, Instagram took down a post I had making fun of the guy who killed the cop in the Capitol. Like, I was making fun of him. I was basically saying that, like, oh yeah, he's going to be the next speaker at the Republican National Convention. And Instagram took that down. And meanwhile, I constantly report, like, death threats, anti-Semitic comments, homophobic comments, sexism, racism, and Instagram is always like, this does not violate our community guidelines.
Right.
Well, I think that everyone's starting to figure out that this shit's important, and they're figuring. I mean, again, I think they're going to change a lot of their tunes. And what I would say, and I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, it's freedom of speech." Look, you have the freedom to talk. Trump can say whatever he wants. He can call people on the phone. You don't have freedom to a megaphone, right? So, like, if a guy was yelling fire in a building, you don't give him a fucking bullhorn. That's not how this works. So you can say whatever you want. I mean, there's going to be consequences.
Well, you do if he's the fire marshal.
Well,
Right. That's
true, and that's the worst part of all of this. And again, I think he'd be shot by a firing squad. This was treason, and he sent a fucking group of people, and then disavowed them immediately the minute it didn't go right. You know what I mean? Like,
Right?
like guarantee
I
if they
was
would have
like,
actually,
"Oh, you're
if they would have
leaders,
figured out how to fix the
you
election and
out."
let him be Trump and let him be president again, he would have totally supported it and said they were patriots. But since they didn't do anything, he was like, oh, they're losers. They got to be like, what? Fuck you, man.
There were a lot of comments on Parlor that I had seen of people like, wait, he's selling us out now, and like the FBI's coming and he's not protecting us. He fucking lied to us, and I'm like,
Yeah, wake the fuck up.
yeah.
Also,
And the sad part is, at this point, if Trump came out and said, you know what, I was lying the whole time to get your money, this was all a scam, I lost in November, people that are Trump fans would be like, they got to Trump. God damn it, this
Yep.
conspiracy goes all the way
That's
there.
what they're saying
They got
right
to
now.
Trump.
They already are. They're already there. They said the video that came out of him denying, telling everyone to calm down and disavowing it and all the stuff that final speech that he made was a deep fake. And now, like, a bunch of the QAnon people are convinced it's not real, and it's made by the deep state, and it's a fake video, and it's not really him talking. I mean, he's reading words he's never said in his fucking life. We know that. It's like more.
Other
Oh my
thing,
God, he got a 3-syllable word. This is the best word he's said the whole presidency.
the other thing that is, you could tell is true about that video though, those videos never cut cameras, and that one had to cut to a side camera right after he said, I now acknowledge that Biden will be taking over as
Right.
president. You know he went
Threw
off.
something at the fucking camera, and they were like, "Oh shit!"
that's actually where the shit came from in the Capitol.
Right. Yeah.
Definitely added some bullshit that, like,
Well,
even
what
though it's
about
complete
people
fraud and
saying,
it's
like,
bullshit, and they
Were
cut
his
it out and just cut to
animatronics
another room.
malfunctioning? Because he was like doing this when he's talking. I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Well, and,
Yeah.
what I say is,
It was like an alien was trying to come out of his body and shed his human skin, but he couldn't.
and as less scared as I am of the right now, I think the right has to also understand, hey, dickheads, you're free because you stormed the Capitol and none of you were dead. Well, barely none of you were dead, unless the ones that tased themselves in the balls. He's dead, but that was more him than anybody else. And my point
I
is,
mean,
like,
the ones that died because they tripped. Really,
like, I'm
for the most
saying,
part.
if you stormed the capital of China, you were fucking dead. Okay, so the fact that you could do that and you're not dead means
Bowers, if you made that joke on this show in China, you would be dead.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
This
point
show
is,
wouldn't exist in China
Yeah.
because we'd all be dead before we could host.
actually,
it.
Ben is hilarious in Chinese. I've ever seen Ben do his Chinese stuff, but it's fucking. God.
Jody, that's actually where most of his fans are.
China. Well, I'm big in Japan. I mean, not just because I'm 5'5", but I'm also.
By the way, did you guys see, I don't know if you saw, but there was a whole thread of Trump people on Parler talking about how, like, it was a coded message to them.
Yes.
And, like,
uh-huh.
look at the
They're big on
last
this.
sentence of it and look at every third word and all this stuff. And it's just like, holy fuck, how bad is the unemployment in this pandemic? Like, how bad is it that this is what these people are doing, that they're trying to grasp onto something so much that it's we'll never get to them. We'll never
I don't know,
I
guy
feel like
who
Coke
suddenly has
powder,
90
World
minutes
War
4 times a week for this. All right, what was that, Jody?
No, I said, you know what? I don't remember what I said. Wow,
But my favorite thing is just
every time I look at the jacket, it's like I'm just drawn to it, and then I forget what I was gonna say.
that's what I wear. it for.
we should catch up. Rachel, what else we got? Is
All
Rachel?
right, hopefully my connect. I am.
All right.
So we had Jessica send us a bunch of dick jokes. So I'm gonna read one now. Why doesn't the rooster wear underwear? Because he has a pecker on his head.
So true.
Right?
I thought for sure there was gonna be an any cockle-doo joke, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I was like, fuck something. I don't know what, but I'm just going for it.
All right. We also had, let's see, Tesha Lee said, Jody, I wanted to say hi. I grew up watching you and cried when Full House ended. I love your singing voice. Your activism is inspiring, and I fully believe in the power of not giving a fuck what other people think of you. Thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
By the way,
Appreciate
Jody, what was the phrase you said on the panel the other day?
it. Which one?
What was it? The take no shit?
Oh, do no harm but take no shit. That's sort of my motto of life. Is like, look, I go out to protest. I go do, like, I don't go out ever looking for a fight, but sometimes when the fight arrives at your door, you have to stand up for yourself. And so, the analogy I always use too, when people come and insult me on Instagram, they're like, you should shut the fuck up. I go, this is like if you knocked on my door and came into my house and started yelling at me, and I asked you to leave and you told me to fuck off. Like, if I go out in the street and I'm yelling at people or yelling at other people in their houses, okay, you came here. Let's go. You want to talk shit? I'll talk it all day long. You know what I mean? So I also
100%.
just like to correct spelling mistakes, because that I always feel like you just lose once you can't spell something.
Yep.
Somebody told me I should stop thinking about my irrational thoughts, but it was spelled ERASION. Like it was. I mean, I know. I figured it was irrational, but it was like irrational. I don't know.
No, it was thoughts
so I
about
just-
Jody. You're thinking about rashes too much.
I'm covered in them at this point, so it's just been stress.
Me too. I mean,
Yeah,
what?
right? Yeah. But you had those before, so I mean that's.
It's
Jody.
still knocks it right out, man. Don't worry about it.
Jody, also the one that you sent me was hilarious. Can I share the one from Dingle Dog?
Oh yeah. Oh my God, please do.
So this guy sent her a thing that said, "You're a fucking idiot," and spelled "your," of course, YOUR, and then without a reply, immediately wrote, "You're an fucking idiot." So they corrected the
misspelled
wrong
your, by the
thing.
way.
Yeah, still misspelled "your" and just made it "an" instead. Like he was like, "Wait, something's wrong about that, but I can't put my finger on it."
I need to be an, not a.
And still use the wrong "and" and not "a" idiot, right?
Right.
Like,
Oh, it was so. I was like, this is amazing. Like it was such a piece of gold, and also I was just like, your handle is Dingle Dog, motherfucker. Like, come on. No.
Always have
You don't
such
get to
dumb
then come
hand.
here and misspell "you're an idiot" twice and talk any shit.
By the way, they actually they found at the Capitol some people had smeared Dingle Dogs all over the wall. So,
Oh.
Him, Dingle Dog is the one that did it, and now I'm an idiot.
These guys' handles are always shit like, I'm a racist dumb fuck. Like, that's the
Right,
name
yeah.
of their account.
Right, and you're like, oh, okay, you're really slick. You're really slick. Yeah. I mean,
Rachel,
they also have like swastikas tattooed on their forehead, so not the brightest bulbs.
Well, I mean, in their defense, that's the best way not to misplace your swastika.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, when Trump is your leader, you're not going to be that organized or good at anything. Like that's just not going to be a thing. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like that's part of
Right.
the wandering around the Capitol. Like,
particularly at grooming. I mean, you're not going to be good at hair and skin. Like, come on.
That's actually now the problem is like in the game Spades, you can no longer, like if you play a trump card, it doesn't mean you win anymore. It actually means
You
you
just
think you win
lose.
but you lost.
Okay. That's it. Yeah, I could never say I pulled a Trump card or something. It's just no. That means
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
entirely.
pulled a Trump card means you refuse to rent an apartment to black people.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
think when Trump plays spades, he doesn't let there be Trump on black suits? Okay, whatever. When he plays euchre, he's like, oh, you can't make that Trump. Trump can't only be.
Yeah, Trump is so torn because he's like, on one hand, I do like clubs. Rachel, what else we got coming in?
Oh, speaking of usernames, Blub Blub. Sent us
Nice.
love from Germany. So,
What did
Germany?
Blub?
Blub.
Oh, that means something entirely different in German, I'm sure.
Does it?
It's a very niche type of porn, I'm sure. If it's
Blub.
I wouldn't call it niche. I mean, it's interesting.
Oh my god. Rachel, what else do we have?
Seen mostly everything, Sorry, I will
We have-
derail a conversation constantly. Let's let poor Rachel get the fucking thing out of her mouth.
You know what? Welcome to the
Thing
show,
out of her
Jody.
mouth, but the comment.
No.
This is what happens. It's
What
our-
Jody,
Blub say?
you're fitting in just fine. Rachel, what
You're
else do we
fitting in
have?
Perfectly. Blub Blub just sent us love from Germany, and then Boingo
Blub
Boingo,
Blub
long
sent
last
love?
name.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blub, blub, love.
Blah, blah, blah.
Oingo Boingo, long last name, tipped the show and said, suspend and end the current queef in office. Yay, Twitter. Dana tipped the show a couple different times. $100 for Trump's suspended account. Thanks,
Nice.
Buns.
Oh,
Nice,
fuck
Buns.
yeah.
Thank you.
And then she said, Jody, you're awesome. I love that you saw the insurrection rebellion in real time and in and outside the building.
Yeah, it was gnarly. It was like it was just such a weird thing to be watching and knowing that the people you're watching on CNN have no idea what's coming.
I just tweeted that it's going to be very hard to get Donald Trump to retweet me now.
But I know. How do we get blocked if there's no one to block us? Oh. Like we gotta go to
Also-
Ted Cruz now.
So who knew that that it would take an insurrection to give an incel an erection?
Just an insurrection. And then there's just one word, an insurrection. Yeah.
Insurrection.
Insurrection.
One of my favorite tweets I saw was this account Volatile Mermaid. She's very funny, and she tweeted that of course it was mainly guys because those guys have never been able to get a woman to come.
Right.
My favorite one I saw, it said, so imagine, of course, all the people that all they use is capital letters in their tweets and posts stormed the Capitol. I'm like, I thought that was it.
But did they
Nice.
spell it right? Because I'm gonna lose my fucking mind if people keep
Oh, of
spelling
course they didn't
capital
spell it.
CAPITAL.
Look, some of us may have done that in tweets we sent Steve to see if we should send him out, and he said we shouldn't. I didn't know it was because of spelling, but, I'm not a good speller. I'm sorry.
Just looking-
It doesn't
just
have
looking
a,
out
it
for you,
doesn't have a red
Bowers.
underline under it. I don't know whether it's spelled or not. I just need the red. I need to spell it so bad it corrects me. When it's a synonym, I'm fucked.
Well, there goes the spelling bee.
cinnamon, Bowers, cinnamon.
Oh, I'm also not good at cinnamon.
At
She
least
was
you can say
one of my
it.
favorite strippers for a couple years, but that's not. So what else we got?
All right,
got another
Rachel.
dick-
And I'm
Not
sure
being
the
able to
tattoo
tip,
was
Trump is now
misspelled.
taking acetaminophen.
I smell my niffin and I see an enemy.
I'm like a sea anemone. I'm seeing an enemy.
Right.
Yeah, guys, we should check to see if he has his Friendster account back up.
His MySpace is raging right now. You should see his top 8.
Yeah.
This is a top hate.
Nice one, Ben.
But
All right,
there's
another
way more
dick
than
joke.
8 people on it. It's the
That's
list is
true.
long on that.
8 groups of people.
8, right? Yes, exactly. And because it's 8, it's a secret message, so don't tell anyone. The 8 means something. It's the 8th letter of the alphabet, which I don't know what the fuck that even is.
from
Yeah, you know what? Neither do they.
No, they do not.
H.
They think the ABCs is all there is. I learned my ABCs. ABC.
Right.
Trump's top 8 of hate is where Tarantino got the title for his film, The Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
And the 8th letter is an H, as Steve just said, which is for
Right.
hate. That's fucking crazy.
It is?
All right,
Maybe it is a message.
Yeah, there we
yes.
go. Oh my
Rachel,
God.
what do we got?
Guys,
What do we
I'm
got coming in?
killing
You guys, what's that insensitive part at the end of a penis called again? Oh, right, a man. A couple more, and then do we want to do something like 2 truths and a lie?
Yeah.
I also have fruit salad
Okay.
to eat.
Oh yeah, you do.
And I got
And
an
we have a
auction
couple-
item.
We
I
have
got
2
an
auctions, yeah, and Lady. So LaBelle tipped and said, Jody, you're an amazing guest on the show. Please come back soon. And let's
Would
see
love
what
to.
else.
This has been fun.
Natalie Renee asked, she tipped the show and said, Jody, have you ever had any issues with Candace Cameron regarding politics?
I mean, she definitely knows where I stand, and I know where she stands, and we, sort of leave it at that. I don't go after what she believes in or whatever. That's her stuff. But I speak up for what I see as a larger problem in the, neo-Christian fascism world.
I actually have a story where I almost said something horrible to her.
Well,
I
hold on. I'm doing a show.
I didn't mean to. So a bunch of us were at the Laugh Factory, and one of the guys was working with her on a movie. And so we all went to the deli next door to eat afterward. And so then she came and met up and said hi. And then she was sitting with us, and none of us had ever met her. And we ended up talking about Book of Mormon. And she was like, I didn't really like Book of Mormon. And we were all like, what? It was so great. Why didn't you like Book of Mormon?
Oh,
And-
yeah, it's fucking hilarious. Christianity. Blah.
Right. And so she goes, I got a little uncomfortable with that one song, the what was the name? And as I'm about to say, I start being like, oh, the fuck you in the ass, mouth, and cunt. I'm about to say that. And I start, and it's coming out of my mouth. And then one of the other guys just goes, oh, Asadima Imawai. I'm like, yes, that's that one. That
Yeah.
one.
Oh no, I would get her to laugh at stuff that she could never say or do, you know what I mean? But she would just be like, oh my God. Because I would go, I definitely learned the best from Bob.
Would she say, oh
Or the
my God,
worst.
or would she stop at the oh my? Because,
Gosh, it was always oh my God. Right.
I got her to play a drinking game on a plane once.
Like a Jesus coloring book joke about something at one point in front of people. I don't know what it was, and she was just like, "Oh my gosh, I can't listen to you." But was like, yeah, I'm the younger sister problem child, so she's just used to that now.
I one time got her to play a drinking game on an airplane, and I didn't know if she drank. I felt like that was a big accomplishment. I got her out of her comfort zone.
No, she drinks. They own a winery. Her and her husband own a winery in Napa.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
yeah, but aside from her owning the winery, she doesn't drink. So.
Right.
I once got Steve Hofstetter to hang out at a club in Vegas till 4 a.m. That was an accomplishment.
I once got Steve Hofstetter to smoke marijuana on a live streaming comedy show.
That
That
was
is
an
true.
accomplishment too. That was good. We've
It's
almost
going to
had-
happen again soon.
we
in
almost had it
February.
twice.
Episode 200.
All right, we caught up, Rach?
All right, let's do 2 more comments. So Lindsay Brown said, Bauer's euchre reference. I taught Mayor Debs how to play over Zoom the other night, and it was super weird using that terminology.
Nice.
Yay for Zoom, for euchre. And then Tesha Lee said, the only way that Jody could fit in more with this group is if she started hitting on Zara. But sorry, Jody, Zara's not in the front row today.
Yeah.
Right.
Where is Zara? Should I hit on her? Is she cute? I mean, what's the?
She's
the
great.
okay. I'm doing this on my phone, so I only see right now. I see Ben and you and Steve. So I'm trying not to look at the bottom half of the screen. But no, I'm just kidding.
Wait, what?
That'll scare you.
Yeah, that meant you, Ben. No.
All right. What, do we want to have Bowers eat fruit salad? Because I feel like Jody would appreciate that just
So,
as much.
Wait,
so
what
the
do
joke,
we-
Jody, the joke, Jody, is I haven't had a fruit or vegetable since 1996, and so there's a level of our Patreon now where you're gonna make me eat fruits or vegetables, and so today
Ooh.
is a fruit salad day, and so I don't know anything about fruit or salad, so I have a bowl, and then I have some different fruit. I think that's fruit, right? Those are strawberries and grapes and stuff, I think. So I
Those
put
are
that in there.
blueberries, but close.
And then I also have some cherry and strawberry starburst because that's fruit, right?
Babe, it's made with 100% real fruit juice,
Yeah,
according to
right,
the
and then-
commercial.
And then Gus, Some cannabis-infused blueberries, chocolate-covered blueberries, so we're going to throw that in there, too.
Oh,
What I've ever
God.
seen.
And this is the first time I've ever been super excited to eat fruit, so let's just...
Wait, show us the bowl. Show us the bowl. There you go. Like pan down or something so we can see the whole bowl happening.
See, yeah, I wanna see this.
There we
beautiful
go.
Creation.
All right, so let's get a Starburst and a grape and a blueberry, and is that a pineapple? Apple?
Where did you get this recipe? It's fantastic.
Well, I go on Pinterest a lot for hillbillies.
That big old pineapple.
We got to see your eyes. We got to see your eyes.
He looks
I actually like fruit.
constipated.
Fruit's pretty good. I'm eating fruit.
Fruit is nature's dessert. It's great.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
I prefer.
I wouldn't say
cake
it's
and
dessert. Let's not go that
Yeah,
far.
no, I
Blow
yeah,
up
I'm
like I
very
did with the
disappointed when they
peas.
bring a fruit cup for dessert. I'm like, that's
Yeah,
what
that's
the
not
fuck
the
is
same
that?
thing.
Yeah. Where do you get that fruit salad recipe? On Double Chinterest.
That was good.
I was waiting till his motherfucking mouth was full before I said that one.
He's gonna ruin his beautiful tie if you make him spit fruit all over.
No, that's actually a white tie with fruit salad all over it.
Powers, try a bite that doesn't have any of the chocolate weed stuff in it or
Eat
the
a blueberry.
Starburst.
All right.
His mother's not on the show
This
yet.
has got 2 blueberries, a grape, a strawberry, and does have 1 weed thing, but I can't do no weed things.
No, pop the weed. All right.
All right.
Look, it's steps, Ben. Baby steps.
I will say,
Also, I feel like you may want to enjoy them individually and really,
Yes, yes.
then why'd you put them in a salad?
I didn't put them in a fucking salad. You put them in a salad.
Jody didn't put them in a salad. Why would you even say that?
You know what I forgot?
You're
Put them in a salad. God damn it.
How good is that weed stuff? Wait. Bowers, how good is that weed stuff that you already
for the
forgot
ranch,
who
everyone.
made the fruit salad?
Oh no, is he about to get ranch dressing?
I think
What
he
is-
is.
Oh, please.
What is we?
What? No, it's a salad. I forgot. When you eat salad, you put ranch on it, right? So,
Don't even put ranch on actual salad. No!
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Even the ranch is like, oh god, no. It didn't come out of the bottle.
The NASCAR sauce has been released.
oh, there's still a little blueberry thing there.
Oh my god!
That's not good.
By the way, Bowers, you being surprised at that not going well is like a Trump supporter being like, "Well, why didn't this go well at the Capitol?"
Right.
No, it's the
The rest
melon.
of us knew. We
The
all knew.
ranch that could-
The ranch is fine. It's the melon. Ugh. God damn.
You just spit
The
it
only
out.
way you
Oh,
could make
God,
it more
melon is
white though is
terrible.
by covering it in mayonnaise.
Oh no.
Mayonnaise.
No.
No one mentioned I could move mayonnaise on this.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, this is
Mayonnaise the
chocolate
ultimate
covered
American
ranch.
condiment. It's
no, I know.
white and creamy and just doesn't really add much.
This comment is inspired by Brian O'Connor's comment, but now that he added ranch, you're gonna be throwing up red, white, and blue later.
Well, at least if you get it on your jacket, it won't matter. You can save on the dry cleaning.
ranch on strawberries isn't bad, guys. I'd try that again.
Ugh. Gus
That was
just
bad.
said, sorry guys, the ranch was not my idea, I swear.
When you're doing things that the budget chicken doesn't approve of.
All right, so that was fun, and I think I got like 6 of the little infused deals. So who knows how high I'm going to be here in a minute. By the way, Jody, I got to say you're my favorite guest since Pedro from fucking. whatever his name is.
We had Efren Ramirez on the show.
Oh,
Jody.
Oh,
God.
I know Efren. I
Yeah,
know
he was
him.
great,
I mean, I haven't
and
seen
I have
him
not
yet,
had
but
more
I do
fun
know.
with a guest since you, and I was on acid that day. So the day that
Well,
fitting right in.
Yeah.
I mean,
By the way,
that's it's in my my profile. More fun than an acid trip. So
Hopefully, I'll learn as much.
Bowers, just do one more bite. Can I see you take a bite of pineapple just straight up?
Yeah, just one pineapple. Don't put anything else with it. Just pineapple. No ranch. Nothing.
I don't
To me, it's
love.
great.
I don't even love
I
pineapple.
love pineapple.
Got-
I like it
I
when
got
it's
the ranch
really
off.
ripe, but it never is from those little
Right.
Yeah, that's true. The fruit salad, that's also like not super fresh fruit, like the
No.
pre-cut fruit salad stuff.
No.
Isn't as good.
It's no.
What do you think, Bao?
It's all right. I like pineapple. I picked this pineapple off the tree in my backyard.
The fact that you think pineapples grow on a tree really proves that you have no idea what pineapple.
They don't?
It's
Not
actually
being-
They grow in the ground. They grow.
What?
It's like a yeah.
No, I went to Hawaii once. I watched them shake them off the trees, and they cut them up. And they
Those
make
are coconut.
Coconuts. Those are
Oh,
coconuts.
fuck.
Right.
Bowers.
You're right.
Bowers. No, that thing in your backyard is a grape tree.
I don't have a backyard or a tree. These were all just...
But do you know what a tree looks like? Is the question.
I've seen trees before, yeah. I'm from Indiana. We have trees.
I've seen trees of grapes. Apples too. Berries too.
Oh God.
So wait, grapes grow on trees, though, right?
What a wonderful show. Yeah.
God.
Yeah, the melon was bad. I hated the melon even before I put ranch dressing on it. That was
Well, that melon's bad in almost every fruit salad
That's
ever.
what
They
I'm
they
saying.
put it there, I
You
think,
hear
just to
that
stoke up the
watermelon
stuff on the
wasn't
bottom.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, that ruined it. I don't like that.
Yeah, the melon ain't great.
Yeah, now, by the way, there's a fight in the comments about pineapple on pizza. This is what you've done, Bowers.
Oh, can I recommend something that's very unpopular, but most people have never tried it? I recommend it. Cheese pizza with banana slices on it.
We've talked about that on the show.
Oh.
You recommended it before, and there was a revolution, and that's why you almost died.
I would
Things
recommend hot honey, spicy honey on cheese pizza. There's this stuff
Ooh.
called Mike's Hot Honey. There's this little pizza place in Brooklyn that I went to with my boyfriend, and they put it on there. He introduced me to it, and it's amazing. You can put it on like anything, but on pizza,
I feel like if you need to put spicy stuff on pizza, it's not good pizza. Like, am I?
You know
I
what's
mean,
sad?
are you like that? Do you want to add flavor or not? Is the question. Are you a purist, or are you looking to spice it up a little? bit, you know?
I'm usually
I'm
a
Queens.
purist.
I'm a purist.
I'm usually a
Well,
purist,
yeah.
and sometimes I like to mix it up. However, I live with a hot honey, and I'm not allowed to eat it ever.
Maybe you should try on pizza.
right.
Oh my God.
That,
Adler has it.
that, and it's so fucking delicious. It is
See,
amazing.
when I eat pizza, I want to taste pizza, not honey, but that's
Well,
okay.
you want a slice. Like, there's a difference between a slice
Yeah.
that you're getting in New York on the street and a thing, or like this is more artisanal pizza, which I want to fucking punch myself in the face.
Yeah, I've
for
not
saying that,
ever
but
had artisanal pizza or just a slice. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Also, I don't know
when
if
you're
you
in New
look.
York, you just get a slice. You
Yeah,
walk
by
in
the way,
pizza place and you
Jody,
get a
Jody, he's talking about Domino's.
No. I know it's. I will say this: when I see a sliced pizza place, I always buy the whole pizza. That's my favorite thing. Is because my favorite pizza is sliced pizza, but I always want so much, I always buy the whole one. And also, I didn't know this till right now. You know, strawberries and strawberry Starburst do not taste the same. That's weird. I've been lying through my whole life.
And by the way,
Also-
Bowers, Darryl Strawberry, even more different.
You've tasted him personally, Steve?
I'm just saying.
Full
I-
No, that's
I
good
will
for-
not
You've
say
tasted
further.
You've tasted Darryl Strawberry. Is that what you're saying, Steve? Are you admitting something?
Yeah.
I'm just assuming.
Which part of him did you taste? I know you're a huge Mets fan. Like, he won a World Series. for
Rachel,
you.
help!
Let's stop this.
I've never
Stop this.
tasted Darryl Strawberry, but I assume he tastes like whatever cocaine tastes like.
I'm gonna help you change topics by just pointing out that I don't know if Jody looked close enough, but that might not have been the right hot honey. I think that was National Lampoon's Mike's Hot Honey.
Oh, God. It was the onion hot honey. It's
That's
just,
right.
I always get confused. I think it's the real thing, and then it's
It happens.
There's actually Dave
It
Adler.
was Kroger brand hot honey.
Yeah, if you look at the ingredients on the back of the bottle, there is a coded message to Trump supporters. So if you can,
I've got a dick joke.
Oh,
All right.
what's the-
Get it?
let's do
Always
it.
welcome.
So, joke number 3 out of 7. What did the elephant say to the naked man? How do you breathe through that thing? Read what they write. We also had Riverman say 2 truths, not really, Rachel, and a lie for who wants to participate. I once killed a man. I did time for murder, and I'm good at hiding evidence.
Nice.
The second one's a lie.
Right.
LaBelle said, Bowers, I'm really proud of you. Those were big boy bites.
Yeah, I ate the fruit much harder than I ate the vegetables.
Wait, Bowers, where did you get that fruit salad from?
Gus brought it with the weed things.
Okay, I'm curious, Gus, where is that from? Whole Foods. Okay, I was just curious if it was like, you know, like corner bodega fruit salad.
And it came cut up, which I thought was weird. I didn't understand what Whole Foods was, I guess. I've never done
Oh my god. Son of a bitch.
Also, I'm starting to wonder, does Steve know where Bowers lives at all? He thinks he has a backyard, thinks he lives near a bodega. This is not New York, dude. This is...
Right?
Well, if I thought he had a
Oh, yeah,
backyard,
like,
that would not be New York
bodega,
either.
What is that?
True. Good point.
Bodega Veneta? Right? No.
Are there bodegas here in LA?
Yes.
No. Well,
Yeah, there-
not good ones. I mean, sort of. In downtown. Downtown, there's some bodegas and stuff, but like, if it doesn't have a cat, it doesn't count.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
that's
say,
true.
if they don't have a cat, it's not a bodega, right? So I
That's
don't know.
true. And if they sell if they sell regular brand cereals, it's not a bodega. Like if they sell anything Kellogg's or anything, no, it has to be a brand you've never heard of for it to be.
Yes.
A
Yeah.
That's the rule. Them's the rules. I don't make them. I just tell
I thought bodega was Spanish for generic cereal. Am I
them.
You also thought pineapples grew in a tree. So I think at this point,
I drink and don't know
That's why we
things. That's
shouldn't
what I
trust
do.
Oh my god. Such a better shirt. Holy shit.
That's a shirt for sure. That's amazing.
All right, let's do two truths and a lie with Cass.
Do it.
All right.
Let's also not do two truths and lie with Cass, and let's also maybe do it. Which is the lie?
All right, Cass, who by the way,
I like your shirt.
Thank you.
so what does the rest of it say?
It's fuck Trump, and if you like Trump, I'm sorry for you.
Nice.
Nice.
So Cass did a really amazing and touching thing, and she named her cat Stevie, which I thought was such a nice thing, which is great because a lot of people throughout my life called me a pussy, and now, you know, not
I'll
true.
tell you that it was after Stevie Nicks, though. Have you figured that out yet?
He did tag us both in the Instagram post.
Yeah, yeah. The cat was draped in a shawl, so I feel like
Yeah.
you should have picked up on it.
Damn it.
The cat would love to get out of the shawl, but it's been afraid of changing.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's Stevie.
Hey, there's Steve.
Aww.
Yeah.
The rescue. I got her this afternoon.
Now, does she let you pet her, or does she just hide in the corner and say "fuck all your feelings" and happiness?
She lets me pet her and play with her, but now she's sleeping under my bed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
Yeah. $1 for every time I came home and Steve was sleeping under my bed. I'd be like, "God damn it, dude!
So you're
I can see your feet. You're really tall. You're not hiding."
so you
Did
are
pet
allowed
him
to
and with
play.
him first is the question.
What's that?
Did you pet him and play with him first is the question.
He actually just left out like he had like one of those little laser pointers, and it just.
Oh, just hours. Right, yeah.
I just wanted to repeat. You are allowed to play with that pussy. You hear that, Carmel?
No,
Right,
now
Cat-
Stevie the cat is doing all Cass's email work. He's just replying to all the emails that she's gotten in the last 2 years. All right.
Did you say Carmel? Carmel heard that. What'd you say? Shut up. Yes, ma'am.
The garbage.
Yeah.
All right, Cass.
right,
What are your
Cass.
truths and a lie?
All right. So, one, I do kendo, which is Japanese swordplay. I have an extra toe on my left foot, and I'm really dry throat, and my fingers.
That's the lie.
are jointed.
That's
Your what?
My
What's the
fingers
third
are
one?
double jointed.
And your fingers are double jointed. Well, all right. If you do kendo, you could use the sword to take the extra toe off. So,
If your
So yeah, so would have been gone by now.
yeah, one mistake. Boom.
if your cat had double jointed fingers, now I get why you'd call it Stevie.
All right, I think double jointed is true. I think she even said I'm double jointed, like showed a double
And she
jointed
was
thing
like-
while
yeah.
she was yeah. So that one's clearly true. I think Kendo, you look like you'd handle some swords, right? Like I feel like you could cut some people. And so
Yeah, I feel
I'm
like
gonna.
the toe is a.
Yeah, but I think the toe's got to be a lie though.
I'm going with the toe.
I am going with the kendo being the lie.
If it's the toe, can we see it?
Not her
Rachel
only
freaks
fan.
out when I go like this.
Yeah, not her
What
only
the
fans,
hell?
Rachel.
No.
She doesn't show us her feet.
She's into
Calm
feet,
down.
all right.
Yeah, I think I'm going. Yeah, I'm going toe. Toe's the lie.
All right, I'm going double jointed is the lie. And by the way, do you know that Marilyn Monroe had 6 toes on one foot at first?
At first.
Did you say at first?
Just that little.
Yeah,
You
she
know,
got
after-
like
at first.
surgery to remove one, but she was born with 6 toes on one of her feet. Well, when I said she had 6 toes, technically she had 11, but she had
On one foot, right? Yeah.
1 foot.
Yeah, I thought her 6th toe got caught in that grate, and that's why her skirt was blowing up.
Fuck! Oh no, my toe's caught in the grate. If you have 6 toes, never wear open toed shoes over a New York City grate. It's gonna happen.
That's a recipe for losing a toe. Yeah.
For the rest of her life, she was afraid of great trees.
All right, I'm gonna go with the fingers. Which is it, Cass? Oh shit!
So she's double
Joining
jointed
for
okay.
sure. We know that. So Steve's wrong.
I feel
Steve,
like
I need-
maybe if
Steve,
she's
I
double
need you to
jointed,
say I'm wrong.
she could also have that extra toe. I don't know why I feel like those two things could go together, but
It's the toe.
it's the
Toe's the
toe.
lie?
Okay.
Toes the lie.
Yes. Good job, Bowers.
I don't know
Yeah,
why
Marty.
I went against my instincts on there. The thing is, oh gosh.
I do actually.
You just
do
wanted her to have that
kendo,
extra toe.
and-
I would be excited if you had an extra toe, but you know.
No.
Look at her.
Extra,
Look
no.
at her
No,
face
it's
on that.
Just weirdly,
What's
Like,
this
yeah, right now.
sword? What's that, Cass?
Just weirdly jointed. No extra stuff.
So what's the sword thing that you do?
Japanese sword play.
What do you do with it?
Samurai.
You're a samurai?
Think samurai. I'm still lower level, but yeah,
What?
I'm training.
What are lower level samurais called?
Junior samurai.
Baby samurai.
Yosemite.
Yosemite.
You start off at level 0, and then you go 9, 8, 7 until you get to 0. Up
This
to
sounds like
1.
Trump count.
Seems like a really confusing system. I
So
don't
you
like
start
that.
at 0 and you end at 0?
Yeah,
No,
we
you-
should change that. I don't like it.
I'll make a call.
That's not. I
You
don't.
get
No,
to
that's
level
dumb.
1,
Okay, yeah,
and
no.
you're considered a master.
Wait, oh, Cass, you start at 0 and then you go where?
You go up to 1, and then you're considered a master, a dan, and then you go dan 1, dan 2, and it's sort of like in karate, you have the belts.
Right.
Wait, if there's one thing we've learned this year, it's that Don is not a master.
When you get to the top level, do you?
Right. Yeah, that's what I was like. A dom. Are we? We're. Oh no.
Dom.
Sorry.
Dom or Don with an N or
Yeah.
an
N.
Drink some Dom Perignon.
N, as in Nick, not M. It's
Don.
Nick. It's
Well,
I think that's funny.
D-A-N.
Cass, what's hilarious about that? You're like N as in Nick, you know, not like Mick with an M, which
I-
sounds
I realized that after I said it.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
You know, like
Also-
N.
also I was
No, it's an
hearing-
N like in another.
And
What
N like
level?
nope. Yeah.
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 Moping around.
These are all words that can be with both.
Yeah. Nope. Not mope.
It's an
very-
M.
yeah.
It's an M like in Mancy.
Which is also a cute nickname for manslaughter.
Yeah.
You know this. If you kill your grandma, it's called
I got 2 years for
manslaughter.
Mancy. What?
Oh my God, Bowers.
You kill your grandma,
When
it's
you
called
kill your when you accidentally back over your grandma.
it's called
Is that what-
manslaughter. Yeah, it's not good.
Manslaughter. When you just kill a plate full of delicious Mediterranean bread, it's called non-slaughter. Which also, Rachel, where's your damn tortilla?
And what Steve's been doing all pandemic is called hand slaughter.
There it
I
is.
did bring it to Mexico.
Nice, there it is.
Nice. Look at that.
Rachel, you brought a tortilla blanket to Mexico as a white girl.
No, it's actually a giant.
Don't worry,
I'm
guys.
cold.
We're ready for this country. Let's do it.
Just tell me you didn't cut a hole in the middle for your head. That's all that matters.
Oh my God. Dummies.
All right, speaking of us being dummies, what else is coming in?
All right, thank you, Cass.
Thanks, Cass.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Cass.
Cass.
Love you.
I want to see Cass doing sword stuff, though, is the only thing.
Work on growing that extra toe. That'll-
Some point in the
I
future.
mean, all I hear is she's a problem solver for somebody who has a sixth toe in this group. That's, I mean, aside, you know what
that.
I mean?
I mean, forget 6. I got 10.
On
I would
one
like-
foot, they all
All I said
slowly
was an
migrated.
extra
though.
toe.
They were like, "Fuck this left foot, we're going to the right." And
I have
they
10 on one foot, none on the other.
None on the other.
It's very, very imbalanced.
I have no toes at all. I'm toe deaf.
Steve can run really fast in a circle.
Well, I
By the
think
way,
that-
when LaBelle gets lonely, it's fan slaughter.
Oops.
And the entire cast of Full House is killed. It's called Tan Slaughter.
Oh my God! Which reminds me, by the way, of one of the great drinking games.
This is gonna come back to haunt me.
All respect to your show. One of the great drinking games is when a cheesy joke is made. You take a drink, you die of alcohol poisoning within 12 minutes.
But by the first scene, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be shot. You'd just be continually. It'd be like a beer bong, basically.
I did it one time on vacation, and it was the best night. And then I passed out about 4 p.m., but it was great till then.
Speaking of which, Kelvin Mock wants to know, what's your favorite dad joke?
Oh no.
Anybody?
Hold on a second. Wait, this could be super dirty because Bob Saget plays her dad.
Oh, it's my favorite dad joke.
I think
they didn't
so.
specify, but sure.
My
would assume
favorite
so.
dad joke is Donald Trump.
What, the fact that he actually is a dad,
He is a joke and a dad.
right?
Not my
Yeah,
favorite,
is
though, I
he
guess.
though? Is he? I mean,
Good point. Good point. Good-
really, is he?
I mean, Giuliani does all
God,
his
my
dirty
favorite
work,
dad
so we
joke,
don't.
I don't know. I can't think of one right now. I'm terrible at remembering jokes. I'm great on the spot, but I have really terrible Alzheimer's, so I'm not going to remember any of this.
By the way,
No.
hey, you know how the whole plot of the first season of Game of Thrones was they figured out that they weren't their kids because they were brunettes and then the kids were blonde? Donald Trump Jr.
Yeah, but Trump's not blonde either, so who what color his
Trump
hair
doesn't
really is
have
supposed to
hair,
be.
most likely. I mean,
Yeah,
that's got to be a tube. It's
They
got to
both
be
have
a
small
fucking-
dicks, so I think that tracks.
Small
another
is too
dick
kind
joke?
of word.
Another dick joke?
Yeah.
All right. So number 4 out of 7. Nurse Edna at the nursing home tells old Harry that if he shows her his penis, she can tell him his age. He pulls down his pants and she looks and says, "You're 88." He said, "Wow, how did you guess that? You just told me yesterday." She said.
Oh my god. He just wanted to look at some old dick.
I mean, that's a choice for her. I don't understand. Like, this joke leads me to more questions of like, is this lady sexually abusing the patients? Is she?
Oh,
she-
clearly
is
that's
she
what's
doing
happening.
this every day? Like, does she get her jollies out of it? Like, what's the? Is it? I mean, what's the fascination? You know,
And
that-
is she wearing proper PPE? I mean, there are a lot of questions about this place.
I mean,
well,
she's
it's-
definitely wearing
it's
proper
penis,
PPE.
right? Yeah, it's penis personal equipment. So it's yeah, she's
Also,
looking at PPEs.
I love that Jody referred to her as her jollies. I like the old school phraseology there for enjoying.
But a
You
nursing
know,
home,
I
that's what it's
try and
called.
throw in something really unexpected and random, and just I like weird words.
I
They're
love
fun.
My
Yeah,
my
a
favorite
kerfuffle is one of my favorite ones.
Kerfuffle's good.
Kerfuffle is a fucking fantastic word.
my favorite old timey word is the word applesauce used to be used as like a curse, where they'd be like, "Oh, applesauce!" Like that's just,
That's not. No, they didn't. That you made.
they
that
100% did. That was like in the 20s. That was like an old thing that they would do. And Bowers also says that because he hates fruit. But it's just a fun.
They
It's a
make
fun
sauce out of apples. Ugh.
Wait, Bowers is like applesauce. You mean ranch?
Right. He'd prefer apple butter, I think.
Weed butter. I like weed butter. I don't know about
There
apple.
you go.
Apple butter.
For a second, I thought you said you like Glee butter. I'm like, no one in this house likes that.
All
You hear
right,
that,
let's
Carmen
catch up on
Miranda?
some stuff. Small child screaming. Pseudonym tipped the show and
Could
said,
be
I joined late, but I just wanted to say you guys rock. Thanks for making 2020 bearable. Also, does anyone else notice a soap opera effect on Rachel's video? He said that, and then we talked a lot about what he said was wrong with my video. And so I changed the lighting. I hope it's better.
Also, I noticed that apparently you do not enjoy any of our 2021 shows.
Right.
We made 2020 tolerable. Is the joke I'm going for. Okay,
yeah, so
I'm done.
Yeah.
Mary L said, thanks, Jody. You're hilarious and fun. I wish you were a regular on here. Come back soon.
Nice.
will.
And then Ron Gould said, today I learned that pineapples don't grow on trees. I'm 40 years old and I have no excuses.
I gotta be honest.
That's
I was
what I do.
I was
I
pretty
come-
shocked.
I gift you with knowledge.
Yeah, I was.
I'm usually kidding about being an idiot, but this time I really did think they grew on trees. I didn't know that they were. And by the way, I'm not. I mean, Jody, I
I mean,
like
you're
you,
not,
but
how
I don't
often are
know
you
just
roaming
'cause
around
you told
pineapple
me.
trees?
Yeah, I don't know that they grow out of the ground yet. I gotta look.
But it is pretty shocking because apples grow on trees and pine is a kind of tree. So really, you'd think pineapple would be destined.
Right?
Oh my God.
Was that
I think that's where they got the
that
name.
for you, Rachel?
I thought they were pineapples.
did.
I swear to God.
That was right. That was my favorite dad joke, actually. That was,
Yeah, there we go. Full circle.
my favorite one.
Abby Wright for Bauer's
Fuller
fruit
circle.
salad recipe. Nope. Please don't keep them coming. Lindsay Brown said, Jody, thank you for being here and for all that you do. Alexander Breyer said, Bowers, if you drink lots of pineapple juice, if you can you can change the taste of certain things, and maybe your date would appreciate that. I don't like how he said date and not Chrissy, but okay.
Oh, he's giving me props, and I appreciate that. And keep that in mind. I've never heard complaints, but who would complain about that?
Tasha Lee to
That's
the show
super
and
funny.
said, and
No one's
said,
ever like,
"Hey."
look, normal, gross. Why don't you eat pineapple?
That would actually be pretty awful if like you were on like a third or fourth date with someone, like you've already hooked up, and then they just show up with a pineapple and they're just like, oh, here you go.
Have this. I'll wait.
They just get to that for every gift for every holiday.
sure
You're
you
like, what's
chew
up with the
it. Yeah.
pineapples? They're like,
Yeah. Just saying.
Yeah.
We also had Tasha Lee tip the show and said, hey, as someone with web toes, I'm offended with toe shaming.
we weren't shaming. We were hoping for extra toes.
Yeah.
She's being
We don't.
silly.
We said nothing about web toes. We're fine with web toes.
Correct.
It's the lurking
extra
six
toes.
ones that we're a little shady about.
I'm actually perfectly fine with 6 toes. It just depends on the placement of the 6th toe. I don't want it in some weird surprise place, like on your elbow or some shit.
Also,
Like a third nipple, but on your forehead. Yeah, that's
Yeah, you just have like a little.
also, if anybody knows
This is my third
anything,
nipple. It's fine. Starts lactating.
I don't think it's a toe at that point.
judging on a lot of
Yeah, I
sites
said.
on the internet.
Here's the line.
No, I am pro forehead nipples. Can we just start? Just let me say, I am pro forehead nipples. That would be great.
We're taking a
No,
poll.
I mean, it would give men something to look at when they're talking to a woman if they could just stare at that. So,
Wait,
You have to see, my eyes are in here.
My eyes are down right
Not
here.
down. It's in because it can't. It's got to be up and down. So it's in.
it's like right. It's a third eye. It's a third eye and a third nipple. Really,
Bauer-
the source of your power right here.
What if it was
The
long?
universe. Yeah, I hope it's like one of those freakishly long ones. Like kind of, it's just distended and it's working. Like it's. Before you wear glasses, to move it out of the way.
Fogging up the
Glasses
glasses.
over
Oh
it.
no.
By the way,
Yeah.
I will
dated a
say.
girl once. Her
If there were
forehead
any
nipple
ways-
was so.
I mean, it almost gets in the way of the face mask. You gotta like tuck it. You know what I mean?
Nope.
It's get it out. And then
I will
really-
say when I texted Joe today and I was like, "Hey, do you want to come on the live stream?" And then I told her what it was. There's actually an unsent text because I thought it would be too much. I was going to be like, "Hey, a little over an hour in, you're going to be discussing forehead nipples and how they could dangle and get in the way of a mask." But I just didn't send it because I wanted her to be surprised.
Also, if you ever have to escape, during a fire or something, a girl with extra long nipples, it's an excellent way to like lower yourself down the side of the building.
Do you think that that's what Rapunzel was?
Probably.
Okay, even if there is a fire, Ben, don't ever try to lower yourself down anything on a woman's nipples. This could explain a lot of things that we've talked about.
Also, I feel like at that point you'd have to like curl them up like a fireman's hose. You know what I mean? If they're that long.
Also, the idea Ben's like, women and children first, not you. You need to stay to help the rest of us.
And they unfurl, really.
Now
It's
I'm
just-
imagining Ben jumping off the roof in a Die Hard remake. He's got a nipple wrapped around his waist, and he's fucking smashed into the window.
That's right.
And like
That's right.
attaches to something, he becomes fucking Tom Cruise
And
swinging
it's
on
still-
the side of a building
Also-
by a nipple.
So you don't have to at all wrap them up to make them go away. You just have to stop being so damn sexy. That's all you got to do.
What happened to
cold.
this show?
Now, are they? But is the
So sorry.
overly long nipple on the forehead? Is that? Is it? Does it become like a chapeau
Headpiece?
perhaps? Or is it?
That's how Sean Ehrlich was born. It's just straight up around the head. You got a straight headband.
Oh.
Absolutely.
That's what's wrong with Donald Trump. He's just trying to hide a very oddly placed third nipple, and so he has to do something.
Very likely.
That's actually what he uses
His
to
head.
communicate with.
His head is his third nipple.
That's actually why it's called Q, because from the top down.
Also, if I can say something in defense of webbed toes, I don't think by any means we were trying to shame you for it. In fact, toes have found their most embraced home on the web. I feel as though
Oh,
that's
Yeah.
what they're made for.
I have web
right.
toes. Those have a different meaning right now. I give.
Yeah,
you.
that's
By the way,
that's
I really apologize for somehow dragging us all into the territory of forehead nipples. I don't know how we got there.
also, by the way, that's what's on Ben's Tonely fans.
Is Totally fans? Yeah.
Yeah.
Rachel.
What do we have?
All right.
God help us.
We had
God.
No dignity. So what else we got?
all-
Did anyone
lost
tip
all of it.
Dignity, please?
No, lost it.
Oh, Dignity's not even at this show. It's
Yeah.
just gone.
Grimbeard tipped the show £5 and said Donald Trump has been suspended from Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. What's the matter? Asked Italians. Couldn't you find a gas station?
What?
I don't know.
I think she
That's
may have been
freedom.
talking to text, and that just came through as she was driving.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, she was like, "Oh shit, that's in the group chat." Yeah.
Victoria Scattereggio, when Steve tries to fight his way into Soup Club, it's called can slaughter.
Nice.
The weird.
That's actually what it is when Antifa's throwing soup cans. Is can slaughter.
Which is where the term soup Nazi came about.
No,
The
it's
weirdo
soup
said
Nazi. It's soup Nazi.
That's
what it
right.
is.
That's right.
For the
Yeah,
soup
it's
at the Nazi,
soup
yeah.
verse Nazi.
Right.
no. I don't like that I've had to try and say this 4 times, but the weirdo said Rachel in a tortilla poncho, I'd eat that. I didn't want to say it once.
The tortilla.
Just the
And
tortilla.
then let's do
though.
dick joke number 5, and then we'll do an auction.
Okay.
So there are 3 naughty boys in a classroom: Zip, Dick, and P. The teacher leaves the room, and Zip gets on top of her desk, and Dick goes inside a cabinet, and P runs out the window and waves. The teacher comes back and says, "Hey, Zip down, Dick out, and P in the corner."
By the way, I would not work at that school. That'd be my last day.
That's also how a lot of porn starts. Is just zip down and pee in the corner. That's yeah.
All right. Let's do, what do you guys want to do? You want to do a lead auction?
Sure. Let's do it. What do we have left? Just a lady auction and then whatever.
And a Ben auction.
Ben auction.
And a Ben auction.
A Ben auction.
Let's do the Ben auction
Let's
first.
do the Ben auction first. That way.
Good, because you caught me halfway through drawing a forehead nipple, so give me some time.
That's fair.
If I had a dime for every time.
Right. I mean,
No problem at all. So I'm very excited about
They're,
today's
and they're
auction.
intricate. It takes a while. There's a lot to draw.
No, it is. It's true. It's very intricate and delicious. Ooh, absolutely.
Look at it though. Not on a tree. Not a tree in
True.
sight.
I'm born like this.
It's actually on a bush, unlike Ben usually is.
Oh.
Honestly, that's just hurtful. Okay. We have an exciting auction item for you guys today. This is an item that went missing, and it is now. By the way, I'm still seeing myself as a pineapple. That's all I can explain. It's very strange. Let me just get rid of that because that's very distracting. This is an item that has been missing for quite some time. It is back. It's been a big part of this show. It is Zara's gavel, my friends.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I have a message to read, a special request, and of course the wooden block as well. I have a special message from Zara that I've been asked to read about the gavel. 'Cause I know this gavel is very important to Zara, and it goes as follows. I have 10 years of wonderful memories with this gavel. It means a great deal to me because it represents the rule of law, and the rule of law is something to fight for every day, and there are scars to prove it. It precedes and supersedes all, no matter what, because that is what justice looks like. It endures beyond shameful moments in history, spurred on by hate and ignorance. It holds us accountable, and it upholds our inherent dignity when impinged. It's a fun prop, but I hope whoever wins it knows that my gratitude for the show and the community runs as deep as my commitment to that principle.
Which, by the way, I am so glad you didn't read that as the pineapple.
I feel like it would have hit different, but that's just all I thought. I almost started laughing because I desperately wanted, when you said all the shameful moments in history, I just thought of this show. This one. Okay,
This is
got
true.
it.
I also love this gavel, and it's very hard for me to part with it, but it will be parted with very shortly. It's a beautiful gavel. You have to take a look up close. It's a very, very nice gavel. A lot of weight, a lot of heft to it. Really gives you a nice sound when it comes on that wood. So
This is actually, by the way, this is the gavel that made the Law and Order sound opening.
Its name is Gavel Newsom, and
And just so you all know, so with the auctions, you can bid in our Zoom chat if you're in our front row on Steve's YouTube or Ben's YouTube. I'm monitoring all of them, and then just add $8 for shipping. And you can Venmo or PayPal us and put your address in. So
bid in $10
it looks in $10 increments. Thank you, Lord Taylor. So it looks like Dave Adler has started us off with $75.
All right,
Flowers, you wanna be the
75. Has anybody got 85? I need 85 for Gavel Newsom. Gavel Newsom, come on, it's got a great name. Now we got $75. I need $85. In fact, I'm gonna 85 from Lindsey Brown. 85 from Lindsey Brown. To where 95.
By the way, Dave Adler just says I don't have a gavel yet. I don't fully believe that, but I'm still okay with
I
it.
believe that Dave doesn't have a gavel.
this gavel, by the way, not only it is named Gavel Newsom, but it would never eat during a pandemic with friends. Just so you know.
95 from Brian O'Connor for Dave. He's bidding for Dave. $95. We're at 95. So
110
Dave,
from Alexander Breyer.
What's that?
110 from Alexander Breyer.
Alexander, 110. We needed 120. Anybody 120? Dave, you can get 120 from Lindsey Brown. Oh, do we have 130? I need 130 to go.
This is the best gavel on the web, my friends. The #1 gavel on the web.
Oh my God, we're at 120 from Lindsey Brown. Is there 130? And we got one.
I like that one.
145 from Alexander Breyer.
145
from
for Alexander Breyer. He really wants this thing. 155. Anybody 155? Any 155? 155 for Alexander Breyer. He's got it. I don't know how this works. All right, 155. 155 from Lindsey Brown. We got. Do we have 165? We got 165 and 165. Any 165? Come on, we're at 155 from Lindsey Brown.
Just remember, all proceeds from this go to making sure Bowers never puts ranch on fucking fruit again.
Yep.
I'm doing that again.
It's a deprogramming thing of not putting ranch.
By the way, don't you fuckers dip like carrots and shit in ranch? Don't shame
That's
me.
a vegetable.
Carrots are not fruit.
It's different, but they also grow in the ground. So just so you know, there's no carrot trees either. There's no carrot trees.
No, I thought carrots grew like corn on a stalk. Is that not true?
No.
I can't even help you anymore.
Still at 155, or we'll still what? Yeah, fruits.
Maybe I'm wrong, but
155.
when rabbits go to the bathroom, isn't that how carrots happen?
They're not. It's not in, it's the same as it goes in as it goes out, Ben. It's not.
Okay.
Your pee.
Yeah.
All right. We're still at 150.
Brian in the chat does make a good point. Ranch does go on tomatoes and cucumbers and stuff. There are some fruits that
That's true. There are some
Those
fruits.
are,
not
those are
berries.
all the fruits that people think are vegetables. They taste like vegetables.
I'm telling you, strawberry dipped in ranch wasn't terrible. The melon was the bad part. So that's all I'm saying. Maybe I changed your whole lives.
You know what, Bowers? If the melon didn't work in ranch, try turkey gravy.
No, he will.
Yep. Try dipping your ranch in turkey gravy.
or some au jus on the side just to dip it in. You know, some nice like meat drippings would be great.
I think you toss the melon in the gravy and then dip it in the ranch. I think that's how it works.
By the way, the meat drippings are playing on the Roxy on Monday. Anyway, what are we?
155 to Lindsay going once.
155 to Lindsay going twice. 10 seconds for YouTube to catch up.
I bet if you threw a pineapple in there, you get 10 more bucks.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sold to Lindsay Brown.
Yay!
155 plus $8 shipping. Great job.
Well done, Lindsay. Well done. Congrats.
We'll go to Ben's house and pick that up and mail it to you on Monday since I'm the mail guy. All right.
Congratulations.
Nice. All right. We're going to do a leading auction.
Kathy?
What?
Not that wasn't worth it.
Give up.
But you just stormed the Capitol? All right. We'll do a leading auction now? Let's get to the leading auction and we'll get to
Yeah,
the
let's
game.
do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Leadie, what you showing us today?
Alrighty, today is one of the oldest drawings I've done from this show. It is Rachel reading Steve and Bowers, the Itsy Bitsy Spider. Look at the joy on his face. That joy from desecrating fruit, so enjoy.
Signed by Leadie. So it's a signed drawing of Leadie. From
Yeah,
Leadie.
the most famous person on the show, second only to Ben, so.
Alexander Breyer starting us off with 80 bucks.
80 bucks from Alexander. Nice job. Do we hear 90? 90. Anybody want 90? 100 from Jason. Jason's at 100. Do I hear 110? 110 from anybody? 110. We're at 100.
By the way, just real quick, Cass in the chat just said Stevie is licking my nightstand. I want to point out it's the cat.
Or it's actually Stevie Nicks, which I would actually believe.
Once Stevie the cat destroys the nightstand, then you know it's actually Steve Hofstetter.
125, Alexander Breyer, 125.
All right, we're at 125 from Alexander Breyer. Do I hear 135? JC, you got 135 over there, buddy? We're at 125. I'm looking for 135 for this amazing drawing. It's signed by Leadie Corbin, who's, but let's face it, going to be the most famous of all of us when this is all said and done. So if you want some
Not
original
true.
Leadie art,
I hope so.
shut up, Leadie. You're fucking almost where we are, and you're 19 years old. It's gonna come quick. We
That's,
got
by the way,
135
that's
from
how.
Jason.
That's Bauer's motivational speech to high school students. Also, shut up.
Shut up, you're gonna be famous. Just shut up. Shut your mouth. You're gonna be very famous. Shut up. Sit down.
Have you ever gone with me? That is
135 from
pretty much
Jason.
that is really on the nose of what I say. Quit telling yourself you're stupid, you're smart. Just fucking storm the Capitol. People are gonna love you. 135 from Jason. We got 135 from Jason. We got 135. Do I hear 145? And we got 145. There's a nice picture of Steve liking the Itsy Bitsy Spider. I'm
That's
very
also
excited.
how I'm reacting to this auction.
Yeah, well, that's also the first book I ever heard read to me, so that's why I'm so excited. And that was when I was this age. We got 135. We're at 135. Do I hear 145? And we got 145. Anybody got 145? 135 going once.
Oh, hold on. Carl bid 135 as well, so YouTube's catching up.
Okay. So we have two
So
bids
we
at
need
135.
145. Yep.
So somebody needs to go to
I
145.
will add
145 from
nipples
Jason.
to
Jason
their
popped in.
heads. I will add nipples.
You will not
Don't
add
add
nipples to
nipples.
my head.
Jason's at 145. Did Carl go 145 as well? We're at
Carl went to 145 as well.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Well, somebody 155. Jason, you at 155?
Trial by combat. Trial by combat. They have to fight it out.
I bid $40.
Jason just went to 165. He saw where this was going. Nicely done.
165. Carl, you want to go?
Jason, if you hadn't have done that, we would have had to just rip it in half and give each.
King Solomon. So we're at 165 from Jason. Carl got 175?
Not yet.
175. I need 175. I got 175. I got 165 going once. I got 165 going twice. Let's count to 10 to catch up on the YouTubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Carl says he's out, so.
He's out. 9, 10. Sold to Jason 165. Thank you so much, Jason. Great job. Leedy will send that to you. It is now autographed. We're excited. Hey, Leedy, can you show us your trash can you did last night? Because that's my favorite.
Oh my
thing.
god. Yes, I will. Here is one of the things I'm most proud of. My finest work. The Leedy Carbon.
It's a car, it's a bin, it's a pun on her name. Holy cow. Leedy Carbon. Some bit that's going to be a museum as your most embarrassing work. It's going to be great.
And Leedy, not to punch it up, but if you make a little hole in the bottom of that, that's a leaky carbon.
I love it. Rach, let's catch us up and play this game.
Okay, so we had Tesha Lee said, who else thinks Jody should be here for the 200th episode?
Yeah.
Dick joke number 6, guys. Dick joke number 6. What did the penis say to the vagina?
Not much.
Don't make me
Please.
come in there.
Don't make me come in there.
Don't make me come in there.
That's a pretty good one.
That's all right. Not
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
I thought it was just please. It's about time. It's been a long time. Please.
All it says is just the tip.
And then
15%
last one I think
is
before the
standard.
game.
My tip is
Last
90%.
one before the game, Razor tipped the show and said, I just want to hear this out loud, referring back to Ben starring in Long Nipple Die Hard. Nippy Kaye, motherfucker. Hi, Jody. Welcome to
Oh
the
my
Psycho
God.
Circus.
Wait, read the last part again.
He just said, hi, Jody. Welcome to the Psycho Circus.
Nippy
Oh,
Nippy Kaye.
no, you know, this is my people. Yeah, I like the carnies. I do best with the weird carnies.
That's
Yeah, that movie starred Alan Nittman, right?
Bruce Nipless.
Loose Nipless.
Nipply Kaye, motherfucker.
By the way,
Yeah.
yeah, Die Hard. It's actually about her being a little too cold.
Oh my gosh.
Still a Christmas movie.
Well, I mean,
That's actually how she broke the window in this. All right.
They cut glass? Who gives a shit about glass?
they cut. Yeah, when you're so cold, they cut glass. You can
That's
just
true.
fucking
It's
get
a
yourself
cold.
right out of a building.
It's cold in here. You're smuggling diamonds. The Bob Hope classic. You know how it goes.
Diamonds or raisins? I always said raisins, but Bob Hope I think said diamond. But
A lot harder to cut shit with raisins. I'll be honest with you, Jody.
oh, that's true. I guess that's a good point.
By the way, Bowers, raisins are
But
not
it
on
looks
trees.
like you're smuggling them when you're cold. You know?
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Sure. Sure. Strong point.
I mean, I know whenever I shove raisins into my bra and I'm actually smuggling them, they look like I'm cold. So that's just how I cover it.
The first time you did that is when they started singing "Heard It Through the Grapevine."
Right. Well, they were very famous in commercials for California raisins.
That's right. That was the song from the commercial. For those who don't know about California.
Yeah. Yeah.
commercial.
I heard it through the grapevine. Yeah.
Bum 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 bum.
I've always said you can tell how hard a claw machine is, like at an arcade, by how old the prizes are in there. I was at a truck stop like 2 years ago, and they had California raisins and Budweiser frogs, and I'm like, this one's fucking tough. This has been.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, I'm
But
gonna
they-
try for
but-
that.
But they started out as grapes, which was the really fucked up part.
Ours is using the claw. It's been like, come on, Conway Twitty album.
I would.
But it's
I don't
on
want to
like
say
vinyl,
there's
like a nice 45.
Yeah.
Colt 45.
So I actually got this jacket out of a claw machine. All right.
Look, I don't want to say that our show is taking broadcasting to the next level, but some say it's raising the roof.
Oh my god.
By the way, when Bowers said he got the jacket out of a claw machine, do you mean off the guy who was working it?
No, he didn't have both his arms. He had one.
His nickname was just Claw Machine. That's what
Made it very hard for him to get the quarters out of that thing on the belt.
He actually just used his
Well, he
prosthetic to
actually
get the
lost,
thing
he
out of
lost
the.
both
Okay.
of his arms from trying to reach in there and grab for it. And they got stuck. See? So when he lost the first, he was like, well, fuck it, I got another one. And he went in there and was like, well, shit. And then he had to enlist other people to use the claw machine for him. Hence the name Claw Machine, because why not?
Yes, yes. And he just stood next to the claw machine and said, "Hey, could you get my arms while you're in there?"
Yeah.
Wasn't good enough in his arms.
His dream is that he could grip something as strongly as this.
Right? I've always wanted one of those things to give me like a head massage. I'm like, oh, that looks nice.
Yes.
Tickle, you know.
Yes, it's the dumbest
Titty
scam in
long
the world.
sticking? Oh my
What's
god.
that?
Sorry, I just read something in the chat. Titty long sticking. Long stocking. They would correct me.
Long sticking is funnier, I think.
I like long sticking.
it does say long sticking in the
Well,
chat.
because then all of I think of is like suction cups. So they're like,
Yeah, and by the way,
you know what I mean? And like, yeah.
Tina did make a point in the chat that like if I play the claw machine, I can just do that.
Oh, and I quit.
Steve calls fingering a girl the claw machine.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god. We do the game.
Bowers, I never thought I'd want to do this, but you're getting muted.
He
You
charges her
time out.
$1 and she leaves unsatisfied. He gets no prize whatsoever.
All right, guys, the game today.
He tries again and again, and no success whatsoever.
Oh, Ben, you haven't even seen the slot to put quarters in. Shut up.
No, he puts them in, but they keep rolling right back out.
When Carmel comes, she goes womp womp womp.
I was getting something to make myself feel a little bit better.
All right, what else do we have?
We have Dave Adler tipped the show and said, I really need to work on my filing system. I thought I remembered a Toys R Us circular with Jody in it. I could only find these 3 pics in the link. And so here's the pictures.
Oh, I can't
Let's
wait
see,
for
it's
whatever this is.
loading. I can't either, but we're going to have to. 'cause it's
Jody,
not
were
loading.
you in a Toys R Us circular?
I have no idea. I'm 38 years old. I lived a lot of life. I don't. There's lots of things. I'm like, I have no idea.
What's a circular?
By the way-
have, like one of those little ads. I think I might have.
By the way, this is how we know that Jody is more famous than Ben. She doesn't remember some of the work she's done.
Dave, can you show it on your screen? Because it's not loading on here.
If Ben was in a circular, he'd be in his house in a frame for sure.
Right.
Me too.
So unfortunately, I could not find what I was sending was a picture of my filing boxes and stuff, and I could only find these 3, and none of them were it.
Have Jody in them? None of the magazines you saved have Jody in them? That's probably good.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta
my
admit,
God.
if you suddenly were like, I have 3 Toys R Us circulars with your photo in them, and you found them in, and I'd be like, that's cool.
It would just be like, so about that thing about me wanting to
What
come
was
back
your
on the show?
last name? Just wondering.
By the way, Jody, actually with Dave, do not take it personally. He has everything of everyone ever.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Adler's
Yeah.
been
So
blocked
you're
by the
saying I
post office.
shouldn't feel special? Well,
Oh, Jody, just like the people who stormed the Capitol, you're very special.
me?
We love you.
Well, yeah. I mean, they are. In a special way.
I loved that speech Trump gave right before when he was like, have fun storming the Capitol.
Yeah.
He quoted Princess Bride, basically.
That's right.
It's like you're
Have
very
fun
special.
storming the Capitol.
It's like you're very special, extremely unique. You know, like snowflakes.
Oh, now Trump's giving you coded messages, Steve. I see.
I mean, you're the
game
one
now.
wearing a flag, tie and jacket. If anyone here is sending a coded message, I'm gonna.
Yeah, no, this is just I wear this when I'm really drunk or really happy, or both.
Jody, I don't know if you should make assumptions like that. I think that sometimes we could just be patriotic. And it's no big deal.
Look, sometimes Americans just want to express themselves, you know, Jody?
I'm proud to be an American. And no, let's not do that.
Wonder if I can get this hat off.
You can. You get to keep it.
Hey, Ben, that's not how you get stuff off. I'm sorry to tell you.
Have you ever tried?
I guess. Okay.
I disagree.
I just
Literal
just
different
love
strokes for
that-
different folks, I guess, but
That
okay.
I keep seeing just one person like this, just like, oh my god, oh my god, horror.
It's probably Rachel.
Yeah. Well, I can only see. No, it's Chris. It's Chris, but I can only see like a few faces at a time on my phone, and it just every once in a while, Chris pops up like, oh, gee, oh my god, and I go, oh my god, my mom does that all the time. But
Chris also has sex with that wall fan, so don't worry about too much.
All right, let's do the game. So we've got.
By the way, Rachel is
What is
now
the
in
game
Mexico.
today?
Wait, Rachel is now in Mexico, and like the people of the
Oh, no.
capital, she easily got past a wall.
I think we should change Chris's name to Chris Lawal.
All right, the game today is what else do Trump supporters not believe is real?
Not accept.
Or
Well,
not
here,
accept.
one second. Just because, well, since Jessica has to leave, we're gonna do her last joke, and then we'll do the game. Did you know that men have 3 knees? The right knee, the left knee, and the wee knee.
weenie, like we, like oh, weenie,
Like a weenie.
that?
A weenie. A
Oh, I
weenie.
love these guys.
Weenie.
A weenie. All right.
It's called a weenie because you have to slowly wean yourself off of it.
I heard that from Carmel.
All right, the game
I
today
mean, it
is what are
addictive. Sorry.
Oh my god. That was ridiculous. Rachel?
you sure?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay, cool. The game today is
Can't
what are some
interrupt you if
things
you
that
don't
Trump
start
supporters.
All right, I'm coming in. Next person who interrupts Rachel's getting muted.
These are the couple unpaid entries I like, and then we will go to our live audience in the front row. Watson DeBox had Trump supporters refuse to accept that pizza is not a vegetable. And then Alex Breyer
Ours.
had this one.
Most of these are going to make me feel like I'm a Trump supporter, which is the sad part, but keep going.
Mayo
Ours.
is not a food category.
Mayo.
hmm
Yeah,
Man.
Bowers, by the way, with that jacket, has a lot in common with Trump supporters. So
All right, so let's go to our Jennifer Story. You want to start us off?
All right, so Trump supporters cannot accept that Steve and Rachel are no longer in love.
Hard for all of us to
Not
accept.
this chestnut.
Again, I'm a Trump supporter, I guess. All right, let's keep going.
Trump supporters cannot accept that pineapple on pizza is the worst pizza in the world.
I think they would agree with you.
Trump supporters can't accept that half melted circus peanut covered in cat hair just isn't a good president.
oh my god.
It actually voters just even at this point. He is he's an absolute circus peanut in every sense of the word.
And Trump supporters can't accept that, much like Mitch McConnell's penis, the South will never rise again.
Anyone, oh God, even thinking about that. It's just
Ew.
if his face looks like that much of a turtle, I can only imagine. I can
Oh,
only
It's the kerfuffle in Jody's brain.
God.
Why is the South like Mitch McConnell's hands?
That's exactly what Mitch McConnell's dick looks like.
I just think sometimes you gotta move on and not allow the sedition to
That's
take
exactly what his penis looks like, by the way.
With the shell and everything.
That's his balls.
Oh my god.
place. My wife stormed out in protest.
You're upside down. All right. What was the end of your joke, Steve?
When my wife wants it, she says it's chow time.
Oh my god.
Just the end of my joke was that the South is like Mitch McConnell's hands because it used to be white, but now it's purple.
Oh, just rotting from the inside.
Just because I look rotted from the outside doesn't mean I'm not still tasty on the inside. Okay.
All right, let's go. Let's play the game. It's almost we're almost at 2 hours.
Yeah, we gotta roll. We gotta wrap
Bill
this.
Thompson.
Bill Thompson.
Ben, you don't have to keep everything inside. From the top of the TP thing. I only had one that's kind of serious.
I want to sleep
they
over
can't
there.
accept-
Is it?
Where
a
do you
still
get
from
all
an
this
episode
beautiful
of Hoarders
garbage?
behind you? Is that what that is?
What is it?
What's that?
A still from an episode of Hoarders behind you? Is that?
No, this literally is from the top of the TP thing.
Oh.
It's a barn, not a cottage. So
The barn. All right.
yeah.
I was born to live in that
I'd
room.
show you, but it's dark out.
If it's in your barn, you're on American Pickers. If it's in your house, you're on Hoarders. It's a very fine line.
Right.
Established.
You American picker your way right to a hoard is what happens. You just slowly accumulate.
If you got an extra house for all the shit that's not in your house, then you're American Picker.
There's 6 dead cats in there.
All named Steve.
Lost another Steve today.
Steve tries to flick us up, but he's always accidentally making air quotes.
All right.
No. The thing they can't accept is that they're right. All lives matter, not just white ones.
Oh, nice. All right, I like that one.
That's it.
All right, the walls.
For the window comes the balls.
To the window, to the walls.
All those settings fall. Let's go high speed, motherfucker.
Guys, this episode is going to be longer than the Pennsylvania vote.
It's gonna be longer than the rating of the Capitol, that's for sure.
I think we should break up for 2 hours of debate real quick.
Well, we are throwing a lot of shit at the walls and seeing what sticks.
I'm waiting. I'm being patient.
All right, Chris.
No, so I just have Trump supporters can't admit that truck nuts just aren't cool. They don't understand the definition of a coup. And lastly, they still believe in Gus conversion therapy. And I'm sorry, but you can't pray the hey away.
Oh my God.
When you pick on Gus, it's a hate crime.
Oh my God.
All right, so it looks like it's me.
Go for it.
So the first one, which came upon during the show, is Trump supporters refuse to accept that Mike's Hot Honey is very, very good.
They do. Well, it's because they keep putting it on their assholes. They don't know that they're supposed to actually put it on.
They keep trying to put it on their elbows, but they can't tell the difference.
They keep using it as lube, and it's really problematic.
I love the idea. They're like, I don't like that hot honey. Why? Too painful.
Well, they put it
yeah,
in
you're
their
right.
and it just ends up in their assholes, but that's a whole nother story.
Also, you can't blame them for using lube. They're unaware of the possibility of vagina getting wet on its own.
Well, I mean, and it's also, you know, it's really hard for them to tell if the goat is interested or not. So it's,
Oh my god.
All right. So the
oh, I'm now, and I've just spoken the end of my career. No,
The slogan of SDSC.
right?
Hey, there's no one's going to watch this for 2 hours because they were offended for the very first 10 minutes. I think you're fine at this point.
Right. I think we've weeded
Into
people
it.
out pretty well.
Yeah, the second we talked about pineapple on pizza, those people shut it off.
This part of the show is the weed blueberries on a fruit salad. No one gets to it, but by the end you get. I lost the analogy at the end.
Dave, what do you got?
It was all the weed
All
and the
right.
fruit salad.
So Trump supporters refuse to accept that these mashups are the best cereal ever, which they are pretty damn good. And
Did you get that
so-
at a bodega? I've never seen that before.
Yep. And the last two, Trump supporters refuse to accept that Kathy Griffin is not really a strong black woman. And the last one is Trump supporters refuse to accept that The Aristocrats is the cleanest joke Bob Saget ever has told.
I'll vouch for that.
Yep.
It's true.
I think I was like 8 or 9 the first time I went to the Laugh Factory.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my.
Yeah, yeah.
You
It
got
was.
Cass
I
up
got to
next.
sit on the back speakers and flash him his 5 minutes.
Nice.
All right. Trump supporters refuse to admit that size matters. They refuse to admit that walls don't work.
Nice.
They refuse to admit that the First Amendment does not cover hate speech or inciting violence.
Nice.
And they refuse to accept math or science.
Nice.
It's a big one. Yeah.
By the way, I like that cat. Good looking cat.
He's adorable.
Lindsey Brown.
Okay, I just have one because I was having way too much fun with how well Jody was fitting in with the banter. So please come back. We love this so much.
Okay, good. Thank you so much for making me feel better.
No, please come back. This was so fun. Trump supporters refuse to accept the difference between Danny Tanner and Bob Saget.
Sure. And Stephanie Tanner and Jodie Sweetin. There was like, this isn't very Stephanie of you. I'm like, oh, I know you believe in QAnon and don't really know what reality is, but I was on a TV show.
Have you ever told one of those people how rude just to fuck with them?
Probably. I mean, I come like, look, I get bored on the internet at 10 p.m. and I just go, you know what? And I just start typing away, and that, yeah, I've said how rude, or I've said all kinds of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Brian O'Connor. You're muted, Brian.
Or you're underwater. I can't tell.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just muted. Okay, good.
Sorry. Trump supporters refuse to accept that QAnon is really 40-year-old zoophiles who enjoy furry conventions.
There we go.
For sure.
Anna Hood.
One. Trump supporters refuse to accept that you really aren't supposed to fuck your sister.
Right. They're like, is it a hard no, or like just sometimes like
Awfully
a
hard
kind of thing? Right.
Frank
yes
Berman, do you have
is what
one?
it is.
Frankie Berman.
No. Well, actually, I do have a couple. Just one moment. Here we go. So I said, Trump supporters refuse to believe in Head and Shoulders shampoo.
Yeah. Well, it's
Trump
because 9 out
supporters-
of 10 scientists agree.
Also, a lot of them are all head, no shoulders.
These flakes don't run.
Also, they don't believe that the head should be above the shoulders on the evolution chart. They think it should have stopped a little bit ago.
They don't want to get rid of dandruff because it's white.
They're in fact running dandruff for president in 2024. Because it's a white flake.
couple other ones I have too are Trump supporters don't believe that Larry the Cable Guy isn't really a cable guy.
Or a motivational speaker.
Or named Larry.
Hey, I know I get a lot of shit done after I watch his shows. I get all kinds of shit done. He tells me to get her done, and I get her done. God damn it.
Yeah. And a couple other ones are Trump supporters don't believe that monopoly money isn't real money. And then Trump supporters don't believe in karma. Those are it.
Thanks, Frank. Is there anyone else in our front row that hasn't gone in our audience? Wave at me if you have any. I don't see any hands. Okay, these are the rest of them. Colleen Hansen. Trumpsters can't accept that Ferris Bueller wasn't actually sick all day. Save Ferris. Jack Dostal. What they can't accept that Milli Vanilli didn't sing their own songs. Girl, you know it's true.
Ooh.
Nor were they named Millie or Vanilli.
And also, just on name alone, they much prefer Vanilli.
Nice. Vanilla Ice.
Alexander Briers is a paid entry, so that mayo's not a food category.
Nice.
Alexander Breyer, the snorkel and lift isn't needed on when you've never left the city.
Nice.
We also
Wait. Is there a word in there I didn't understand? What is that? What did you say?
That was word salad, not fruit salad.
I thought that was like a truck thing.
It was a secret message from Trump.
The snorkel and lift?
It's a truck thing.
Snorkel and lift.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I
It's
didn't
the
know that
snorkels
either.
are the things that you put on like a big lifted truck so that you can go down in the water and your air intake doesn't take in water. It actually goes up above.
You can take a truck in water?
If you have a snorkel on it, otherwise your air intake will fill up and
Have you
you'll
watched Dante's Peak?
flood your tank.
Come on.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Jody.
Bowers, are
I'm
you
learning a
not
lot of
from
stuff.
Indiana?
Information.
Huh?
I thought you were from Indiana.
Not the truck part.
Well, that's all
City
Indiana
part.
is, isn't it? It's the truck
No,
part.
Indianapolis. There's Indianapolis and then truck all around it. But Indianapolis.
Be like, I'm from South
Sorry,
Truck,
Rachel.
Indiana.
Thanks,
They think that when their trucks go underwater, that's how the truck nuts get wrinkly.
Well, they don't like doing it because it causes shrinkage, and there's not much to begin with. So.
Tesha Lee they refused to accept possession is 9/10 of the law. Doesn't apply if you stole that shit.
He was in a pool.
Mel Little, they refuse to accept that they are angry villagers at the end of Beauty and the Beast.
For sure.
Don't like what we don't
Complete with no
understand. In
teeth
fact,
and
it scares
pitchforks
us.
and everything.
Dana they refused to accept truth.
Yeah.
Amanasala, they refuse to accept tricks are for kids.
And
Amanasala.
Right, I was like, depends on the trick.
Amanasala, we should stop telling our kids that they can grow up to be president. Not everyone should be.
But clearly anyone can.
Anyone.
Well, it
Circus
depends
peanuts
how you
with-
define
with,
B.
you know.
Technically, but has he? Okay, gonna get.
Yeah, also, I'm sorry for saying anyone can be president.
Yeah, that really was mean to Ben. He's right here, Steve.
I'm sorry.
You know how bad Ben has to feel right now when Donald Trump was president and he wasn't? Jesus Christ.
Which, by the way, our slogan on this poster here, it's always on my wall, is sometimes you got to take their toys away. I meant the White House, but today his best toy was taken away.
Yeah. Can you imagine? I just want to picture what he's doing right now. Like, what is he? Is he just like what's he gonna do when he's taking a shit at 3 a.m? You know what I mean?
I like the idea that
what's he gonna do? He's just gonna sit there and start reading the back of the shampoo bottle. I mean,
No.
what is he gonna do?
he's just like, finally, I have enough time for the Sudoku.
It was a solid Trump. It was a solid Trump. I'm glad that you waited till the day he resigned to fucking work on it, but nice work.
I could do this the whole time. With great power comes great responsibility.
8 more, guys. 8 more. Like, can I get
What
Rachel's
8
like,
more?
please, dear God, Get
Somebody, somebody
I have an
tweeted.
appointment in 15 minutes.
Somebody tweeted the other day. Trump was going off on Bill Barr in the comment section of dress socks on Amazon.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah. That's what we're gonna be like. Is that a Yelp review? And it's just Trump fucking angry. Yeah, the Capitol's terrible. Yeah, he's just
America's
complaining about
overrated.
national
Turns out I don't recommend.
Right. Total 0 stars. Yeah, I'm terrible at doing the Trump impressions. I'm not even
Weak
try.
country, okay, weak country.
I muted him. Amana Sala. He says we should stop telling our. Oh, I already said that one. Pence has to carry this turd. Pence has to carry this turd till full term, even if it kills him.
Like a food baby? Like when you eat a lot of food and that's like that, and then you finally got to pass it, and it's just, yeah.
Let's see. Girme had what Trump supporters don't have to, they refuse to accept that they can't accept that Ben was just taking chicken out of his teeth. Pseudonym. They refuse to accept that Jack Dorsey jack offs Trump from Twitter. It was a plan word.
Oh, jack off Trump. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Renee Hutchison. They refuse to accept that things they can't change. The things they can and should change. It sounds like the Serenity Prayer and a bunch of stuff that doesn't need to change, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what you're
And why do I know that?
Yeah,
Why do I know that?
Yeah,
you guys,
I know that
From
one.
your dad.
Razor had they refuse to accept. Trump supporters refuse to accept that you're not supposed to start at the asshole when measuring your dick. Two more. Amana Sala.
Did you
if
write that
Trump
down,
eats his-
Bowers? Are you aware of that now?
Is that your favorite?
Yeah. I'm learning so much on this show, Jody. So much. Most things from you, but now I just learned that too. So we're gonna...
Amana Sala. If Trump eats a Snickers bar, he will turn back into Obama.
Oh my God.
He's just been really
becomes a
hangry.
fascist when he's hungry.
Oh.
And then Victoria Scatterregio, Trump supporters refuse to accept that lobotomy is not the way. It's not the way to develop artificial intelligence. Oh wait, maybe it is. Those are all of them.
That's it. All right. There's a lot of really good ones, but we're on tight on time, so I'm going to say the Head and Shoulders was my favorite when they refused to accept Head and Shoulders. That was my favorite. Jody, did you pick one you liked the most? You
Oh, I
have-
didn't know I was supposed to pick one.
No, we
Nobody
didn't.
told me
But
the
there's
rules
one
of the
that
game.
pops in your head. Rach, what was your favorite?
I like the Head and Shoulders one.
Yeah,
too.
Head and Shoulders.
Ben?
Head and Shoulders is my vote.
Is it Head and Shoulders above all of them, Steve?
Well, that was the joke I was going to make. Now I'm going to vote for another one instead. No. That's the unanimous winner. Head and Shoulders it is. Nicely done. Claim your prize. Go to sdscshow.com, shoot us an email, and claim your prize.
All right. Well, I think we're just going to sing the song, Ben, because I'm excited to see these nipple drawings. Sing the song, Ben. Here we go.
It's Lady Doodle time. It's Lady Doodle time. The song is run along in the den and yay.
It's Lady Corbin.
Amazing job. Okay, first up I have that meme.
Nice.
Nice.
And then I have the Dinkle Dog graffiti.
Yeah.
And then I have Bowers' mom, whatever it takes. I have when Ben tries to come over to Bowers, move back. Then I have Marilyn Monroe. Fuck my fucking tongue.
Goodbye, Norma Jean.
Then I have Bodega Oats. And then I have I drink and I don't know things. That's what I do.
I love that he's got no arms in that picture.
Lost them both in a claw machine accident.
Oh Jesus! I have Jody saying, "Can I have your autograph?" And he says, "I had chicken in my teeth." I fuck a jet. Okay.
Oh my God. Are you 19 yet, lady?
What?
Are you 19 yet?
Where is this question going?
That's creepy.
That's
Not
a serious
creepy.
question.
No, I'm not.
No.
Then my joke doesn't work then.
I can pretend if you want to say your joke.
I liked you better when you were 18.
Oh, okay. Then I have. Daddy said I love you.
Oh my God.
I have Bowers putting ranch on his fruit. No. And then I have don't bite my crotch.
That was how the show started, and I feel like it really set the tone for where we went.
Welcome to the show, Jody.
Yeah.
I have. I see trees of
Berries too. And I think to myself, what the fuck is this show?
Oh my God.
Why don't pineapples also grow on trees?
Wait.
And I like ranch on my strawberries.
Excellent, Louis Armstrong.
Yeah.
The fucking melons, they ruined it all.
It sounds like I'm just like hurting myself to go to the bathroom or something. It doesn't sound at all like Louis.
Okay, what else do we have?
Next up, I have Trump.
That's number 2, Armstrong.
Forehead.
The nipple forehead.
Make
That's
sure
it.
it says nipple forehead on it so it doesn't look like we're shooting him in that picture.
Yeah.
At first, I thought you were assassinating him. Just write nipple real big for it.
Because we're
Right
not
nipple with an
endorsing that, nor
arrow.
would we ever. It's like a
Course.
space. Oh,
Perfect. Perfect. I've got the best face people in the world,
Best
okay?
face
Top
ever.
best face in the world.
I like that there's a nipple on a boob.
This,
Some people like brain teasers. I like nipple face twisters.
This next picture is gonna look like I've been plotting against you guys for a while.
I'm disapproving in the back.
Yeah. Okay. And then my very last one of the night is the Die Hard Nippy Kaye.
The bloody foot even at art for
Oh my God. That's
Instagram.
Nippy-ki-yay, titty fucker.
Say titty fucker.
I did.
So funny. Yep. I've never seen a better drawing in my life ever.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It will never. There's nothing that ever. Fuck Mona Lisa.
I
Fuck all
think
Renoir. I don't care.
I'm quitting the show.
I want
this episode.
Die Hard nipple kaye. That's it. That's all in my life. If I were homeless, that would be the only thing hanging on my cardboard box. I'm just saying.
It's yours.
We will send it to you. Jody, we'll send it to you. Thank you so much for being here. No, I'm not kidding. We'll actually send it to you. That is
Oh my
great.
God, I'll put it on my wall. I have weird art in my house. I have like a painted skull in my. I have a painted skull in my living room that my friend Darby Crow did, who's an amazing artist, and it's like it's not an actual skull, but it looks pretty realistic. And he did all kinds of art, painted it, and all this stuff. It's got gold teeth, and my poor housekeeper came one day and was terrified of it. Who doesn't like speak English really well? She was like, "It's real?" I was like, "Oh no!" And I didn't recognize it. Yeah,
you,
yeah.
you realize this is what Trump people think Hollywood does, Jody. I'm not sure if you'd have a skull in your
Right.
house.
Well, I mean, it was the skull of a small child, so.
Now, can you paint a nipple on the skull and then show it to
It
him?
actually has little things like on it, like a little horn, and there's like a butterfly. So I'm gonna say that little horn now is just a nipple, and that's what I'm gonna tell everyone.
By the
from
way,
now on, just over that.
Jody, if that ever happens again and someone's like, "Is this real?" Be like, "Yeah." And if you don't do a good job,
Yeah, I always
This is my last housekeeper.
yeah.
mouth in the Goonies when he's like telling her like this is where we keep all the cocaine, and I'm just scaring the shit out of her. I was like, oh,
This is my last housekeeper, and she was a real housekeeper. If you know what I mean.
All right, we gotta go. It's been a very long time, but Jody, we know you've lost some followers for talking shit about Trump. Let's gain some back. Where do we follow you? Go to
you can find me at Jody Sweeten on Instagram, on Twitter. You can also follow my podcast that I do, which is also incredibly inappropriate, irreverent, and much like this, but in regards to parenting, which is at Never Thought I'd Say This on Instagram. And yeah, I'm there. I'm, saying fuck you to the fascists and just trying to have a good time and post interesting shit up there. So
awesome. Well, thanks so
Yep.
much for being here. We had such a great time. You did
It
fit
was
in
amazing.
perfectly, and you should come anytime you want to come. This is great.
Would love to. This was
we'll see
great.
you next time. You can find me, as always, at Bowers Comedy. So when I follow you, follow me back, please, Jody. And Ben, what you got coming up?
Just released a new episode of my podcast last week on Earth. It's a crossover episode with Dumb People Town. The Sklar brothers and Daniel Van Kirk are my guests. It's up both video on my YouTube and audio wherever you get your podcast. Please listen to that. And this Saturday is my show at Nowhere Comedy Club. Glebe Off the Top, crowd work and improvised madness. I just got my merch. We are the Mad Ones. You can order one of these for yourself. We got pillows. We got all kinds of stuff. So, do it up.
Yes.
Cool. Steve, what you got coming up?
I got 2 shows coming up at Nowhere where I'm doing director's commentary, where I'm heckling my own clips, along with some awesome comedians who were there for some of them. Check those out. And some very, very generous fans. It's been a really cool thing where someone bought a bunch of tickets to give to essential workers. And then I posted about it to say, hey, essential workers, email us. And a bunch more fans were like, we're going to do that too. And so now,
That's really cool.
we ended up giving away like 80 tickets to the shows from people sponsoring those, and that's just such a cool thing. So thanks to everybody who did that, and really excited for the shows.
Very cool. Awesome. Rach, anything to catch up on before we say goodbye to the audience?
Yeah, just a couple things. So we had Tesha Lee said, what do you think Trump is more upset about? His impotence in the bedroom or his impotence on social media?
Either way, he thinks
Social media.
Either way, he thinks that word is importance. So
Very
important. I'm very, very important.
Watson DeBox tipped the show $5 and said, poor Rachel, I actually sent this 3 hours ago, and this is as soon as you haven't interrupted her. And then Frank Berman in our front row tipped $50 and said, thanks for being here, Jody. Tit was a great show. For the SCSC team, put this money towards a charity of Jody's choice, please. So Jody will be in touch.
Oh, awesome. Great.
Awesome.
Good stuff.
Awesome.
All right,
Well,
that's
thank you so much, front row. We really appreciate you guys being here. We love you.
Yeah.
We will see you. What is it? What is today? Today's Thursday, or
We'll see you
Friday?
tomorrow, goddamn.
Tomorrow at noon. Ben, we have a show tomorrow at noon. So tomorrow at noon, we have a show tomorrow at noon. Check us out then, noon Pacific. We will see you then. So see you, audience. Thank you so much. Yeah. So, Rach, anything you want to say before you get out of here?
I would like to say, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. No, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
I mean, interrupt the things I should and not interrupt the things I shouldn't. Anyway, yeah, it's
Yes, please.
guys, I would look forward to this show. Yeah, we had a blast. This was great. We will see you guys tomorrow at noon. Jody, thank you again for being here. You were awesome.
As for me, I want to close with this. I found an old tweet of mine. Said, hey, Jack, say your kid had a toy and was using it in a way that wasn't intended, and that toy could potentially start World War III. Would you take the toy away? I would. I think you would, too. And you can. You can, Jack. You can take his toy away. And that was tweeted January 7th, 1 year ago. So, fucking finally, goodbye, Trump. Thanks for being on the show, Jody.
Yes, and I think that clearly also proved that Steve's tweet is what did it.
That was it. That was
Let me
the
just
nail in the coffin.
say to all of you, if I may, what a show it's been. And I, every moment of it, and during moments of strife, just realize you can always reach within and find that strength to keep on going. We'll see you tomorrow, apparently at noon. I had no idea. Good night. Good luck. And
Let's hear it,
Does your nipple hang low? Does it weigh to and fro? Can you tie it in a knot? Can you tie it in a bow?